dissing. We don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MReck TV.
Peace. Y'all know the MReck room etiquette. Pound that like button. Salute to the Rec mob. We here, man. Yeah, man. It's a lot going on. You know, I could have went the Diddy trial way and all that. But the reason why I chose to go this route, because for me, when you know the people that's involved, and then also you got relationships, it's only right that you address it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna address it, and then we're gonna get into Cam and Mace reacting to Pap and Remy Ma and Eazy the Block Captain and Carissa Shields, you know, online debacle. So run the lights up. Salute to the Rec mob. We taking calls. This gonna be special because you already know everybody that I mentioned I got ties to, so they may or may not tap in, but they'll be tapped in. Let's just say that. All right. So 310-692-9055 is the number. Let's get to it, man. So the fact that, all right, before I go into it, we're gonna wait for the room to build up too. Run the lights up. Salute to the Rec mob. I like that Cam and Mace spoke on it from this aspect. You know, I like their position in this, even though they cool with Remy and Pap and, you know, pretty much everybody involved and Carissa Shields. I don't know if they know Eazy or not, but I'm pretty sure, you know, they ain't got nothing against him or whatever. But nevertheless, they took, now, knowing Remy, she may take offense to it because, you know, Remy personality is what it is. You know what I mean? But I like when people are very real on real topics. And Mace and Cam definitely address this from a real perspective I can appreciate, regardless of their relationship. And that's something that I always did. Regardless of my relationship with artists, I'm going to have to address this from just a real perspective. You know, salute to the Rec mob. We're going to get to it. We're taking calls. Y'all let me know how y'all think Mace and Cam handled this Remy and Pap situation. Let's get it. Let's go right into it. Run the lights up. Salute to the Rec mob. We here. All right, let's get it. And we're going to play that audio too. Let's get to it.
What happened with the Pap and Remy thing?
You don't know what's going on?
How was that graduation?
Oh, it's all over the place. You ain't gonna catch up on this show. You gotta go to the shade room and start from Thursday. Basically, it's been alleged over the last 2 years, probably, that she was dating the battle rap dude that she is messing with.
Yeah, I heard of that.
And that's been confirmed now that Pap is going out with Clarissa.
I want to stop there because Cam addressed Eazy as the battle rap dude. How y'all think Eazy gonna take that? You know what I mean? I know they don't know him, but Cam really was referring to him as the battle rap dude. You know what I mean? Instead of saying his name. You think Eazy gonna take offense to that, or he just gotta eat that? You know? But nevertheless, I'm gonna continue on. Let's get it.
Alleged over the last 2 years, probably, that she was dating the battle rap dude that she is messing with.
Yeah, I heard of that.
And that's been confirmed now that Pap is going out with Clarissa. What happened was this. Clarissa won the Breakfast Club and basically To me, she didn't diss Remy, my personal opinion. I can't tell Remy how to feel. But she's like, you know, females are a little emotional, but, you know, Clarissa talked crazy. She wasn't.
Already. Callers calling already. I was trying to get the audio rocking, but it's all good. Peace. State your name, where you're calling from. Peace.
It's Phil calling. It's Phil. Been a long time Rec Mom member.
All right, salute, Phil. What's going on? Hold on 1 second, Phil. Shouts to Dennis Johnson on the super chat. He says, right on, M.Reck. You know, we only deal with real perspectives over here. You know what I mean? So, Phil, man, talk to me real quick because I'm about to get into this Cam and Mace audio because there's a lot of people that saw it, a lot of people that didn't see it. But talk to me, man.
Well, they was talking about the Remy and Pap situation, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I've been following this since it happened last week, and I'm gonna be real brief with this, man. Salute to the real men that have real heart, that really care for their woman.
Hold on, Phil. Hold on, Phil. Do me a favor. We want to get you crispy. Are you on the AirPods or you got me on speaker? We want to get you crispy.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Let's get it, good brother. Say everything you just said. Again. Say everything you said again.
Nah, so salute. I've been on both sides of the fence. Salute to the real men that love their woman and that want to save their marriages and being married and want to be there for their kids and the whole nine. Mm-hmm. And then also, you can't be a simp at the same time, because when you know that your woman is clearly playing you, or you know what I mean, stepping out doing. If you notice things are different, then you got to know how to take a different approach. So now, Remy, Papoose took his approach. He moved on, and he moved on to something way better in life. Clearly, he's shining. He got a beautiful woman. They training together. Like, Remy is seeing all this. Now Remy is being a bitter woman. That's what you call when the Bronx starts Bronxing. She's from the Bronx, right? I hear she's from Astoria. Girls from Queens don't act like that. She's acting like the Bronx right now. So when the Bronx starts Bronxing, now she wants to get mad. And she's mad at Papoose's happiness and his success. So, yo, listen, Papoose, keep doing your thing. Team Papoose. And I think that women should take notes from stuff like this. Stop being bitter, yo. Black women on top of that. The black women are taking a lot of heat right now between Remy, Megan Thee Stallion, lying, and all this and that. Stop. Y'all need to relax, reassess, and adjust your situation. And that's all I got to say, but
no doubt. I appreciate you, Phil. Salute.
All right, salute.
Peace. I see the homie DB Racks in the building. Shouts to Hartford, Connecticut. We're going to get back to this Cam and Mace video, and then we're going to take more calls. But you can call up anytime, because I know a lot of you saw it, but I want to get to the people that didn't see it. You know what I mean? And we're going to play that audio. Let's get to it. Salute to the Rec Mob. Run it up, run it up. We live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Like button takes you nothing to hit, and it's free, and it's going to get your channel hot, okay? Now your channel is synonymous with mine. That's a gem for you. Let's get it. Run it up. Run it up.
On this show, you gotta go to the shade room and start from Thursday. It's just, basically, it's been alleged over the last 2 years probably that she was dating the battle rap dude that she is messing with.
Battle rap.
I heard of that.
And that's been confirmed now that Pap is going out with Clarissa. What happened was this. Clarissa won the Breakfast Club, and basically, to me, she didn't diss Remy, my personal opinion. I can't tell Remy how to feel. But she's like, you know, females are a little emotional, but, you know, Clarissa talked crazy. She wasn't talking crazy. And Remy just went off on Pap after that, saying he ain't see the kid and this, that, and the third, and pawn shot receipts. Then Pap got on. Pap really don't talk. Pap got on live, and he was talking for about an hour. Then Remy came back and
Pap was talking for an hour?
Yeah, he's talking for an hour.
Pap don't say nothing.
He don't talk a lot. And Do you know what was the illest joint for me out this? Like I said, we can't catch up all on the show. But last thing I'll say was Pat played the voice recordings of Remy. And this was trying to be one of the most gaffles I ever heard. Shout out to Remy for even trying it. I'm gonna give Remy the credit for even trying it. And like I said, I have no dog in the race. They both my friends, both of them. But Remy told Pat,
I'm gonna get back to Cam response to it, but we're gonna play the audio, you know what I mean? And then we're gonna go back to Cam response. You know, I'm moving how I'm moving in this, you know what I mean? Because it's for a reason. Salute to the Rec Mob, because y'all gotta pay attention to detail, you know what I mean? And like I said, I respect Cam and Mace position in this because they paid attention to detail and they kept it all the way official. Okay. A lot of y'all be, you know, shit be going over your heads, but yeah, in this audio, it sums it up in so many different ways, you know what I mean? On you know, just Remy manipulation. You feel me? Let's get it. Run the lights up.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team nigga.
Team fuck this nigga. That's your name, babe, bro. Your name is Team fuck this nigga. Hold on. Let's play this again.
All right, let's get to Cam response, right? So you got to pay attention to detail, right, with females, right? Especially females that's very manipulative, right? Because females, especially in that situation, will make you feel like you did something wrong. Like they don't take no accountability, right? But how they play the game is, I'm not going to take accountability, but I'm going to blame it on you. And that is the prime example of females not taking accountability, but getting caught red-handed. Okay. And Mase and Cameron, they definitely pointed that out. And yeah, it is what it is. But a lot of you females is still going to be like, oh, XYZ, he didn't do this. Pap didn't do this. You know what I mean? But the main thing in anything, like in terms of when you get caught or when you know, in the wrong, you take accountability, right? And that's a big thing in the space of melanated couples. You know what I mean? Whether, hold on one second, I'm getting a call, y'all. Peace. 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 Mute your audio.
Oh, hello, hi.
Yes, you live.
Oh,
You gotta mute your audio, please.
Oh, hi.
You gotta mute your audio.
Oh, you said you. Okay, the problem is that Remy is mad because when she was 400 in the hole from the rap battle, she wanted Pat to do a rap battle and Pat refused it. So that's why all this stuff is going on. So she had to go to Eazy, and Eazy is the one that helped her. So she had to sleep with him so that he would do the rap battle.
Hold on, stop.
That's
there.
all it is.
Stop there. Stop there. Stop there.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get your name, because what you just did was a continuation what Remy just did. You understand what I'm saying? We're talking accountability here. So
that's what I'm saying. She's not taking accountability because she's mad because she wanted him to do something for her and he didn't want to do it. So now in order to get back at him, she's just bashing him.
Yeah, but this is my thing, right? She got caught red-handed, right? And
yeah,
and she tried to blame Pap is the reason why I'm still dealing with him. Like, it's one thing, okay, you get caught. But it's another thing when you blame it on, you know, your spouse or whatever. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She's blaming it all on Pap. She's mad at Pap because she's saying when she was 400 in the hole, 400,000 in the hole with the rap league, she said that with the battle league, if Pap would have helped her and did a battle against somebody, it would have got her out the hole. But since Pap didn't help her, she had to go to Eazy. So Eazy agreed to help her because she helped Eazy got out of that messed up contract he was in.
Got you.
Her lawyers helped him get out that contract. So that's why now she's saying that now you hit him. So now I'm indebted to this nigga because, but at the end of the day, it's not Pap's fault. It's her fault because she tried to play Pap and then tried to use him for his talent to help her get out the hole.
Okay. Now you
and Pap said no.
Now you're talking sensible now. And I gotta commend you because at first you was going off the rails a little bit. I thought, because we over here. No. We having good conversation. I don't know if you know about this platform. We talking general over here. It's no favoritism. It's no D-riding. It's no hating over here. We just deal with the real.
Yeah, I'm just saying the facts. I just know she was in the hole from that battle league. She was 400,000 in the hole, and she needed a way to get out, and she wanted Pap to help her. And Pap thinking like, "Well, I'm gonna help you, and you out here doing all this shit to me. Nah, I ain't helping you." So she had to go elsewhere.
Got you.
And now she mad because Pap didn't have her back like he always did. Why should he? You out here dogging this man for 2 years.
Yeah. Now I want to get back to what you said about her being 400K in a hole. Now that's a whole nother rabbit hole. If y'all want to go down that rabbit hole, I can go deep into the rabbit hole of the whole Remy Chrome 23 battle lead and her being in a whole 400K. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. But I want to address, you said she wanted Pap to do a battle so she can get out that 400K.
Yeah, she wanted exactly. She wanted Pap to start. She wanted to set up a battle with somebody in Pap. And Pap was like, "Nah, I ain't doing it."
So let me ask you this, because of
that,
let me ask you this.
That's where all this hatred comes from.
Let me ask you this. You heard Remy say this on live or something? Because I never heard that. Where you get this information from?
Nah, the dude from the rap battle where his Battle Truth 1 US.
Okay.
He be down in the rap battles and he get all the rap battle information, and I be watching him a lot, and he be coming with proof, and he said this a while ago and then he reset it again recently.
Oh, salute to him. I think I came across his platform a few times. Salute to him. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, right? Now let's do this. You 400K in the hole, right? Think about how crazy this is.
Mm-hmm.
And you cheating with the help, right?
Exactly.
This is not even business no more. This is some other shit. This is infidelity, a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Adultery, everything else that's going on. This is beyond business, right? And you knew in this battle rap space, right? So, and you got turmoil going on with your marriage right now.
Exactly.
So now you go to Papoose, and he finds out already that you running around with homie, right? On a whole nother time. You're dressing alike, all that. You're going to cheesecake factories. You're going to baseball games, basketball games, so forth and so on. NFL games, right? And then you go to your husband that you doing dirt on to do a battle to help you get
you out of a rut,
debt, to help you get out of debt.
Yeah,
that's crazy. See, now let's take it to a whole.
And then but look, but the funny part about it is that now her battle rap and Eazy battle rap is together up under the same thing. So what was the purpose of her having her own rap battle league to help women when actually she turned on the women and now she only for this dude?
Man, I gotta salute you. You
make it make sense for me. She ain't doing nothing but she playing them Gemini games. Make it make sense.
Now you coming with the smoke. Hold on, what's your name again? Say your name again, because you coming with the smoke. What's
Night.
And where you calling from?
Yep.
Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Jersey, dirty Jersey.
Dirty Jersey. We got Night from Dirty Jersey. She came with the smoke. I want Night to tap back in because there's a lot of callers trying to call in. I'm going to play the Mase and Cam audio because they saying some real facts as well. But at first, I thought Night was trying to gaslight what Remy was doing.
No, that's what she's doing. She gaslighting.
Okay.
She's trying to gaslight us.
Okay, run the lights up. Hold on, y'all. We 20 minutes in real quick. Got a quick close to 1,500 in here. We live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We having real conversation with Mase, Cameron, and Night. You know, we speaking on their reaction to the whole Remy and Pap thing. The lines is going crazy. They even calling my other line to try to get through. So look, Night. I don't know if you new to my platform or you've been tapped in, but make sure you subscribe.
Yes, I've been watching for a couple of weeks now.
Okay, make sure you subscribe because at first
I did.
You threw me for a loop, but you brought it all the way back, and I like that women are keeping it real because that be my main thing on these topics with women these days. What's going on with whether
exactly everybody want to go for who they like. No, go for what's right.
Yeah, that's a fact. So thank you, Night. I'm
you're welcome.
Continue the show, and you can tap back in later if you want, or just watch the show. All right, I appreciate you.
All right. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Run the lights up. We're gonna take more calls, but we're gonna get back to Cam and Mace reaction because I definitely want to address what they said, because they definitely kept it official, on this. And I want y'all to know, this I don't have nothing against Remy, but if it was Remy or a chick named Natasha, I'm still gonna give the work, especially if she said something like this. Peace.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah,
it's Blue from St. Louis. Hey,
hold on.
I just want to say, like, this
hold on, bro. Hold on. Take me your speaker so we can get you crispy, right? Take me your speaker. All right. See, take me your speaker. You on speaker?
No. I just took y'all speaker.
All right, cool. Because yes, it got a little echo and all that. We're trying to get you crispy because, if you talk directly in the phone, we're gonna get the best audio. That's how we get the best audio. We just trying to get the best audio. All right, you sound much better. So state your name, where you calling from, and you got a minute or so because there's a lot of people calling. All right, let's get it.
All right.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, this Blue call from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. I just wanted to say, like, that myth that they saying the man can't take the same pain that he put a woman through. I think, like, the roles have been reversed, and I think it's, like, kind of like the other way around. And it's like, most females, they so used to not getting caught cheating, but then when they do get caught, like, they don't even know how to act. And she just really just making a mockery of herself. And everybody see clearly, like, who's in the wrong. Like, that man moved on. You know what I'm saying? You say you got what you got. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and live your life. You just making, like, you know what I'm saying? You making women look bad all around the world. And we trying to kill, like, you know what I'm saying, this gender war. Like, man, people got to do better, man. People got to do better. Like, and that just killed the whole myth about, like, and then the cheating, it's not a gender thing. It's a human thing. We all got flaws. You know what I'm saying? We all born with a nature of sin. You got to get right with the big homie your thugs and put them first and just, you know what I'm saying, and try to figure it out.
All right, my man.
Hopefully they get it together.
I appreciate you tapping in, man. Salute. Make sure you subscribe if you have.
Yes, sir.
All right, my man. Let's get it. Run the lights. So let me get back to this Cam and Mace. I may have to put the calls on hold because the people gonna keep calling. Let's get it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. They keep calling. Hold on one second. I'm gonna get to this Cam. I'm gonna take this last call and put the calls on hold. We're gonna get to this Cam and Mace. Peace.
Hey.
Peace.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm great. How you feeling?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Let me get your. Okay, I'm gonna take you on speakerphone. Hi.
Thank you. How you?
My name is Kiki. I'm from the Bronx.
Kiki from the Bronx.
I'm living in Houston now.
Hold on, Kiki.
Yeah. I live in Houston now.
Oh, you live in Houston, but regardless of what, you still the BX, right? So look, we've been waiting to hear from. We've been waiting to hear from the opposite sex from the BX, and that rhymes too.
Mhm.
We want to hear from the opposite sex from the BX, and Kiki is
Mhm.
you got the floor. Talk to me. What's your
All
assessment?
right. Well, okay, because I took the time this weekend because I was at work, but I watched all their lives. It took time, but I watched all their lives. They both wrong. They both wrong. I feel they both wrong. I feel like because I've been on both ends, and like I did a bid and I held somebody down.
Gotcha.
Also, I did a bid. I did 5 years. I had money in my account. My mother was my COA. I'm just a regular person. I'm not saying Remy was like a top rap, but she had money coming in. She had, residuals or whatever. I can't imagine coming home and not having no money. And I had a husband. What was she doing for 8 years? She said she had zero on her account.
Nah,
I had money coming home.
That's definitely crazy. We address all that, but I want to address how it started recently. Okay, she said Carissa said something on the Breakfast Club, like Cam, Mace said. I said Carissa didn't say anything wrong, and she didn't say anything about Remy. Remy was brought up. Carissa said the elephant in the room, so she never brought up Remy's name. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think she should have brought up anything. I don't agree with her or what's her name, Eazy to block. I don't agree with either one. They shouldn't say nothing. They shouldn't even him talking in the background, like when Remy was doing her live. I don't agree with that. They shouldn't. They shouldn't even talk about the subject. They shouldn't. They still. They don't have nothing to do. I mean, they have some, but they don't have nothing to do. That's between Pat and Remy. I don't agree with neither one of them saying anything. Even though she didn't say anything, they both shouldn't say anything.
Understood.
They shouldn't. Mom is the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't, like, if I go into an interview, don't ask me about that. I'm not going to insinuate anything. I'm not even going to go there. Just talk about your fight. You're an Olympian. Talk about your fight. Kiki, promote that. Don't even bring up Pat.
Kiki, let me ask you this, because I gotta ask you this, right? Okay. How do you did you hear the audio? Let me play the audio while I got you on the line. I need you to directly answer this audio, like if it's you. Like, you ever got caught cheating? Kiki, you there?
No. Yeah, I'm here. No.
You ever got caught cheating? You said no, right?
No.
That means you know how to cheat. Correct?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, salute to you for taking accountability.
In the past. I was young in the past. Not now, but in the past. I was in my 20s. Yeah.
No, Kiki, I love it. I love that you're honest. We only respect honesty and accountability over here. So thank you for being honest on that note. So now I'm going to play this audio. I know you heard it, but I want to play it so it's fresh in your mind. Okay?
Okay.
Hold on. Where we at? Here we go. So it's fresh in your mind.
She blackmailing? Is he blackmailing or not? But I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with it, nigga, to make sure you don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck this nigga.
Team fuck this nigga. That's your name, babe, bro.
Oh, you heard the audio, right, Kiki?
Yeah, I heard.
All right.
Yeah, I heard
and
that.
You laugh. Why you laugh? First and foremost, why you laugh?
It's so funny, but
hold on, no, you are not gonna sneak out the back door. Why you laugh? Keep it real. Why you laugh? Let's get to it, Kiki.
Because they both Remy playing games too. You know that,
all
right?
There you go. There you go. That's what we want.
Remy playing games too.
Yeah.
She don't like that dude. She don't like Eazy, whatever his name, but she playing games. You know what I'm saying? She playing games.
Hey, yo, Kiki, you know
that's
what?
That's why I said they both wrong.
Kiki, you know what I like about you? You and the other female Knight that called like a few minutes ago. You're trying to rep for Remy. You're trying to rep for women, but I guess the realness in you it's like, yo, I gotta keep it real. Remy playing games, and I like that. You know what I mean?
He is.
I like that.
But like I said, I see both. I see both sides.
Yeah,
I see both sides. I know I don't want to lean over to the other, but just like I said, I've done other times too. I held somebody down, and my thing is, okay, yeah, you was out here and you was holding her down. I did too. I went to school. I worked full time. I still went to go visit. That didn't stop my life of me, for me progressing. What did Pat? That whole 8 years, he said he stagnated his career to go and visit somebody in jail. That makes no sense to me.
Well, look, I'm with you, but I get with his position also. Like for me, I'm gonna say because
his position.
No, for me, I'm always my work come before everything. And Mase said this. Mase said this in a record, and I want to say it again. You come second to my money. So Pap need to take the Mase advice. Me too. I forgot what song is that. It's one of Mace's biggest hits. Tell me what that joint. I think Total was on it. Yeah.
Mace, tell me what you want from me. Yeah.
I think it's the second verse. You come second to my money. So if Pat was operating on that perspective, he'd be in a better position. You dig what I'm saying? But now, all right, we got to put ourselves in Pap's shoes. Pap thing was, I got to hold it down for her, and I got to give her that moral support that she may need, because you got to think, at that time, she may have been broken. You got to think, she's on her way to be a superstar, and then her career gets snatched away from a bad mistake she made. You understand what I'm saying? Because we got to always remember, it's a lot of people that go to jail and they fall apart because they don't got the moral support. You dig what I'm saying? So it's layers here.
I did too. I lost everything too. I went to jail. Too. But that was my fault. I used to have to be able to deal with it. I did something. You understand what I'm saying? I did something, but I can't expect somebody. I want moral support. And I don't think because I remember her saying she told him to stop coming up there so much.
Correct.
And he's like, no, I need it. Okay, fine. He going up there to visit her, but to stop your career or stagnate yourself to go visit somebody in jail is insane to me.
Nah, that's
insane to me.
But this is what we gonna do.
I've been on both sides. Okay, what we gonna do?
This is what we gonna do, because I'm loving this commentary, because you know what? Even though you're a female, I like when females can be honest with themselves and be honest with a situation or a topic at hand. Okay, that to me goes a long way. It's some females, they so delusional, they stand on bullshit. So the fact that you kept it real, I need you to make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I want to get your commentary on other topics.
I'm already subscribed.
Oh, you already subscribed? So Kiki, this is what we gonna do. Right, because Mase and Cam kind of said the same thing that you're saying Remy is playing games. She playing like nigga games. Like she's acting like she the nigga. You know what I mean? She acting like she the nigga. Yeah. You feel me? So we gonna get to Mase and Cam. But I gotta salute you, because women like yourself and Knight don't get enough credit for standing on business. You standing on business right now. You know what I mean? And because it's bad out here. A lot of women are gaslighting Remy behavior. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she's moving the way she's moving, because
but I do. That's what I have some point where I do agree with her. Like, you don't want to be how you going after a while you keep providing and providing. You're not going to be a submissive provider. That shit gets, excuse my language. I don't want to curse her. I don't want nobody. She probably was like, okay, he did hold me down. I'm going to help him because he did help me. But after years and years and years and years and years of that going on, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm progressing. He's still not where she thinks that he's supposed to be.
I like what you're saying.
I'm not trying to be funny.
I like what you're saying.
Okay, take this for example. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm going to piggyback real quick. I'm going to piggyback real quick.
Oh, okay.
Remy probably was looking at Pap like, okay, I gave you access to the accounts, XYZ, right, to my bread. And she probably was looking at Pap like how Gucci Man was looking at Keisha K.O., right? That's his wife's name?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, why he didn't try to flip it?
Exactly. Gucci Man gave Keisha K.O. $2 million. She flipped that to $6 million. So Remy probably was looking at that situation the same, especially when she came home and she's hearing about what Keisha K.O. did for Gucci Mane. You dig what I'm saying? A Gucci man. You feel me? So I can agree in that situation that Pap should have definitely been able to make some great investments with, you know, the bread she had on deck. You know what I mean? But go ahead, continue on. I want you to continue your
this is what I'm this is what I'm gonna say. And I don't know, you may take it I don't know how you're gonna take it. But to me, Pap don't even look well.
Oh, damn.
He don't even look like himself.
Wow.
You ain't noticed that in that line? He don't have that same glow he used to have. And I was like, is it the money or is he just I don't want to die. Let me take my seat. I don't want to diagnose somebody, but he seems depressed. He don't look like himself. Remy look like money.
Wow.
Looking like money.
All right, so
he's not looking like himself.
So how about this, right? Maybe Pap is drained from going through all this turmoil in his marriage.
That too. That's what I'm saying. But he said he's moved on. You don't even look like yourself. He don't look like himself. That's why I was like, okay, maybe it's true about the money thing, but he don't. I don't care what nobody say. He don't have that same glow. He don't have that same glow as he used to. I'm looking at the comments. They say I'm bugging. I'm not bugging. Like, he don't look like himself.
Well, look,
he don't. You know, when you see a man and you see him next to a woman, and other women will desire him. Like, oh, you know, they look good. Like, they look. He don't have that same glow. To me.
Gotcha.
To me.
Now you got every right to say, you know, how you feel. You got every right. That's why this platform is what it is, because you entitled to your own opinion. Now this is. I'm gonna ask you one more thing now, right? And when you get caught, right? Let's just say if you would have got caught back in the days, right? With your hands in a cookie jar. Now, would you have took accountability for getting caught, or you would have deflected and try to put it on your significant other?
Back then, I'm talking when I was in my 20s, I probably would have deflected, and I'd have probably brought up all the stuff that he did. You know, but I'm like I said, I was 20 something years old back then.
Kiki.
So I probably would have did that. I probably would have been like, you did this, you did that. I probably would have, you did this, you did that. Because when I did cheat, it was basically because I got tired of being cheated on. I got tired of being, what I'm going to be faithful for? You cheating and cheating. Okay, well, let me get my get back.
I salute you for keeping it real, but also what you just did. Remy's 44 or whatever, right? So basically, you just said,
right,
Remy is acting like a 20-year-old.
No, I agree with you on that. I feel they both have arrested development. I feel him and Remy both have arrested development. I'm not agreeing with her running around with this little young dude like that. I feel like if she didn't want to be with him, I feel like this is me. This is how I would have handled it. If I didn't want to be with somebody no more, I would have just separated. And you got to get out my house. You leave, like, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll go for a divorce. I don't agree with them letting that linger for 3 years. I don't agree with that.
Got you.
He said he knew for 3 years that they was messing with each other. Why y'all should have got separated and had a divorce and just had a clean break. Why was he in that house for 3 years?
Well, look.
Why you didn't leave?
Look, could you blame a man for wanting to try to save his marriage?
No, I can't. I mean, but I'm just talking about me. I've been married before. If I know you got an apartment, with another chick, and you be leaving days at a time when I have the baby, and I know you over there with your girlfriend, like, I'm going to leave. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I know it's not like he didn't know. He said he knew it.
Yeah, but he was forced to get his own apartment. She wanted him out.
He just got it. You ain't even. You heard when she just got the apartment when he fell out in December.
Yeah,
that's a few months ago.
Listen,
she been messing with him for 3 years.
Now
since 2022.
See, I could get deep, but I don't want to get too deep because I don't want to lose my my point of reference. My point of reference is what Mase and Cam said, how Remy is playing games. And we'll get to all other stuff because we addressed a lot of that stuff last week because I went live when it first happened. One of the first people on YouTube to go live on this topic. But what we do, Kiki, you could tap back in because a lot of other people trying to call. But I love your perspective because you kept it real and you holding females down, holding Remy down at the same time. You know what I mean? And I love that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you did keep it real. So we got to salute you. All right, Kiki. Thank you for tapping into the show.
All right.
All right. Peace.
All right. Bye-bye.
Shouts to Kiki. Shouts to Night. I know a lot of people going to call up. Let me try to get this Cam audio, this Cam and Mace audio rocking because people calling up. Let's get it. Salute to the Rec Mob. Let me see how many calls that I did miss. Let me look on the back end. I know see, the lines just gonna keep going crazy because I know married people gonna call up. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Hey, everybody, this Butter.
Butter, hold on 1 second. Butter, we gotta get you crispy. I want to say this to you and everybody. Anybody that call, we need the audio crispy, so we need you to speak directly into the phone. No speaker, no AirPods. Okay, we need the crispy audio. Okay, this is treated. This is the #1 top platform. So y'all gotta come correct. Your phones gotta be right. Your audio gotta be right. Let's get to it. And when you get through, it's like hitting the lottery. So Butter, let's get to it, good brother. Let the people know where you from and keep it clean. And let's do this in a minute or less because we got a lot of people that's trying to get through. Let's get it, Butter.
Nah, I got you. Hey, this Butter from North, man.
All right.
Look, man. What's up with these females, man?
Talk
She
to me.
talking about, Pat look sick and all that. Man, listen, man. Pat look good to me, man. What is she talking about, bro? What's going on? We already know what's up, man. We know what's up Remy was doing, man. Shorty ain't say nothing crazy. Remy was looking for something to say. Shorty didn't really say nothing crazy, even though she could, but she didn't. But at the end of the day, like, nah, bro, she mad because Pat moving on, bro. And Shorty talking about Pat look sick and all that, man. Man, look, Pat look like he's shining to me. You heard me? That's all I got to say, man. These females crazy.
No
man.
doubt, but I
can't believe it.
I appreciate you. Now, I want to ask this. I know everybody's situation is different, but being that this situation is public, I want to ask you this before you go. Now, if you was in a marriage, and that
no, I'm married.
Oh, you married? Okay,
I'm married.
You married?
Yeah,
oh man, salute to you, Butter. Now, now I want to make sure everything is all well and good with your marriage, but I'm just giving a hypothetical. So, in your marriage, everything is copacetic, right? Everything's smooth, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we got our ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? So, everything 100, but we got our ups and downs.
Got you. So, I mean, if you want to keep it real with me, you can, or you could just, not, or you could just say no comment. So, have you been in a similar? Well, Gad, what you about to say?
I'm about to say, I keep it real, man.
Okay.
Let's keep it real.
You here to stand on business. You Rec Mob. See, that's why I love the Rec Mob from the men and the females. They here to stand on business. So now, in your relationship, have you ever dealt with any infidelity?
Well, on my part?
Whether your part or your lady part? Your
nah,
wife part.
I cheated. Yeah.
Okay. So okay,
yeah.
You cheated. Now, you got caught?
Yeah, man. Listen. I got caught. And you know what's so funny though? And listen, let me tell you something, right? Now I don't know, and I'm glad you brought this up. Now I don't know my wife got get back tonight. You feel me? But she never got caught. Listen, I'm a real one. We're gonna keep it real.
We're gonna keep it real.
We're gonna keep it real.
Your Butter, that's why I rock with you. But go ahead, keep going. Keep going.
All right, now, did she get back or not? I don't know. You heard me? But let me tell you the difference how I got caught up. One, I got caught I got caught on the simple fact of female, like when females getting their feelings, like when boom. I never cheated in a marriage. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But before I got married, I did a lot of cheating. You feel me?
Mm.
And how I got caught was when females, and this ain't just one, this is multiple females. When females getting their feelings and all that, they don't know how to play their position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they deal with emotions. Now, before I got married, you know what I'm saying? Even before I met my wife, I was always the side piece dude. You know what I'm saying? I never got knocked out like Eazy the Block Cat, but I always was the side piece dude. And with females and with men.
Hold on. You said something. You said when you got married, you was the side piece dude to who? Not your wife, right? Who you two?
No. Before I got married, before I met my wife, I was the side piece guy. You feel me? I was the guy females ran to. You feel me? So,
okay.
What I realized is that when a female told me, "Yo, my husband don't come home till 3:00, be here at 11," I was there at 11. Never crossed boundaries. You feel me? Never stepped outside my boundaries. But when it came to me and other females always tend to step over their boundaries. You feel me?
Well, let me say this because I know I got SJ listening. See, and we got to start clipping everything up because we got a lot of lives and this commentary right here is golden. So salute to you because you keeping it real. We definitely got to chop this down to a short or something, SJ. But continue on, my brother. Continue on.
Now, when I met my wife, right? Let me tell you how everything hit the fan. See, I had a baby on my wife.
Oh,
you feel me? Like, bro, yeah.
Hold on, say that again.
No, I had a baby on my wife.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So when how I found out was little man was probably like my son. I didn't find out until maybe 7-8 years later. You feel me?
Damn.
And how I found out was I got engaged. Now, when I was single before, like I never put my relationship on Instagram or everything. Like I'm a private person. You feel me? But when I got engaged, that's when a lot of females, like even females I ain't dealt with, that's when they start coming out like saying, "Yo, he was doing this." Oh, they calling my wife. They sending her text messages. Listen, if I was around my wife right now, my wife would tell you. You feel me? But we laugh about it now. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, so let me say this, and I'm gonna make this real quick. And I gotta build with you behind the scenes. Make sure you text me because this is a new number. So make sure you say, "Yo, this is Butter." You know what I mean? Yo, Reck, lock me in, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to hit you behind the scenes. I'm gonna definitely use this audio. We live right now. We got 2,000 people tapped in. So, and I got to keep it real with you.
Sure.
I want to salute you for keeping it real, but now I got to keep it real with you. So that means you was out here going bareback on your wife if you had a son outside the marriage.
I know. I ain't have a son outside the marriage. What it was, me and my wife just met. So we was a couple months in.
Okay.
And like I'm a former street dude. I'm a reformed gangster.
Gotcha.
So, I ain't have like I was a hurt person hurting my wife. Feel me? Because before my wife, I got my heart broke by a female I love. And how I found out she was cheating on me, she was messing with the ops.
And
so
this is your wife. This is your wife before you got married?
No, yeah, this is no. No. My wife before I got married, I was doing dirt to her. But before I met my wife, it was a girl I was dating that was doing dirt to me. So you already know how it goes.
Got you.
I was a hurt person, hurting the lady I love. You feel me?
Got you.
So,
got you.
You know, we was a couple months in, and I stepped outside the relationship. And, you know, a couple of years later, you know, when me and my wife was getting married, that's when I found out. That's when we found out, like, oh, yo, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, my wife knew who I was, like, you know, before we met. She already knew I was like a streetwalker. You feel me?
Got you. Hold on. Let me stop you.
So, but you know.
Yeah. I got you. Let me stop you there. I got to say this, though. Pound the like button. We live on YouTube. You're not going to get no commentary like this. This is the realest show. This is MReck for MReck TV. I got Butter on the line from Jersey, right? So, make sure you hit the like button on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. All right, it's free, cost you nothing, and it's gonna get your channel lit, your Facebook lit, your Twitch lit. Okay, because now it's gonna be synonymous with mine. All right, that's a gym. Take it and run with it, get lit. So now you said you don't know if your wife ever got any get back, but listening to you explain this situation, and there's people in the comments saying, Butter, we gonna keep it real with you. Your wife got get back. You just don't know about it. You know what I mean? Because that's a lot to deal with it. What you got to say about that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's still a hypothetical.
Nah, it's still a hypothetical. But listen. I'm human. You feel me? When like my wife didn't experience what I experienced. You feel me? Like before I got in a relationship, I didn't believe in relationships. You feel me? Because I was around females that was doing their men dirty. You feel me? So when that happened to me, like, listen, I was a good guy. I never was like that. But what happened when I got cheated on and I got hurt, you feel me? I took that pain out on somebody else that didn't deserve it.
Nah,
you feel me?
Yo, Butter.
So yeah,
we get it, bro. You ain't.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
No. You good. No, we get it. You ain't got to explain to us. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. You did. So, because you're not on trial right now. But right now, we just dealing with real facts and just real situations. You know what I mean? And bringing you back to reality. And the fact that you said, yo, look, if you was ever to find out if your wife ever got get back, you weren't just in the relationship with your wife, or you weren't just in the marriage with your wife, right? Correct? If she get her get back?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Listen, because at the end of the day, I did, listen, dog, I bought a baby.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, bro. And listen, the girl who I had a baby by was my old high school sweetheart. Yeah, bro.
You did, look. You did your thing with an old flame. You heard?
Yeah, I did my thing with an old flame. But it, like, listen, I was in my, early 20s. I'm in my late 30s now. If I would have, if I could turn the hands of time, I would have never did that. You feel me? But you gotta understand, I'm in my 20s. I'm not looking into the future. I'm thinking I'm gonna be dead by 25.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? So I was living crazy. But if my wife got get back, and 9 times out of 10, I believe she got get back. But I can't get mad, because how I'm gonna get mad? She did things one. Well, I don't know how many times, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many times, but I know I was doing it. But then, my fault. My fault, bro.
No. Yo, nah, look, Butter, I want to say this because you know this, what you did and just what the other callers did. Now I need couples therapy on MReck TV. I think that's what I need to do on MReck TV, because it's a lot of layers. Because, we was trying to do it quick, but there's a lot of layers to, your backstory, and other people got layers to their backstory. So what we going to do, I don't know if I'm going to call it couples therapy, but something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? Or speaking on, real relationship topics or something. We're gonna figure it out, the angle. But for the most part, I think this is needed because we gotta have real conversations because you took accountability and you said, yo, you don't know if your wife got get back, but if she did, I'm not just going to end the marriage. And I got to salute you for being G'd up. That's G'd up. Even though shit, and most men, them niggas couldn't take that. So I got to salute you. That's G'd up, bro. That's super G'd up. You know what I mean?
I ain't say I wouldn't. I just said I don't know. You feel me?
Nah, you said you wouldn't. You did say that. Now you remixing though. I got the video.
My bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
So,
it's all good. Because that's a lot for a man to take. Look, let me tell you something, man. When a woman cheat on a man, that shit sting. Like that's the worst thing. That like, yo, man, that man, listen, that's when a woman can crush your whole world. Because as a man, we don't want no other man tampering with the goods. Especially when I'm with her. You feel me?
But check this out though. But I'm gonna tell you like this though. When my ex girl cheating on me, it killed whatever like feelings I had because once you see that and like I went through it. Like so when I was doing it to her, I had an expectation, like, you know what? Like, it is what it is. Now, she told me she didn't get back. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking her for a word. Females, they could lie. You know what I'm saying? As men, we could lie, but, females, they could lie and take it to the grave.
That's a
fact.
You feel me? So, look, this is what we going to do, Butter. Text me and be like this, Butter, because we going to, shouts to Andrew. Shouts to Andrew. He says couples remorse. So we may be doing a new show called Couples Remorse because I didn't even think to do a show like that. But us talking about this Remy Pap situation and Mase and Cam reacting, it just kind of morphed into this. Yeah, I think I want to go that route because I see a lot of trauma out here. And I think the fact that people are safe to talk on MReck TV, I think I might want to open up that lane. You know what I'm saying? And we
and I would,
right.
And my fault, not to cut you off. And I would because I want my wife. Like my wife, she could really speak on how she felt. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you ready to take it in?
And listen.
Oh, that's what's up.
Bro, me and my wife talk. Bro, listen. Me and my wife talk. That's my homie. Like, man, listen.
Yo, Butter.
Oh, I bet this mention.
Hold on. I don't want you to, because I look, you got to do me a favor. You have to email. You got email on your phone, right? Correct? I know you got an iPhone or a Droid, right?
Yeah.
Email MReck TV submissions. Email me your direct contacts. We're going to put this together. We're going to start with you and your wife first. We're going to do couples remorse. Shouts to Andrew.
And hold on, and not to cut you off, and the 31st, this Saturday, want to meet 15 years me and my wife been together, and 9-10 years me and her being married.
Wow, congrats, man.
This Saturday,
that's a milestone, and congrats on that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoy that. But what we going to do, I need you, I put the email on the screen. Email me and be like, yo, there's Butter. You know what I'm saying? And you can put couples remorse in the subject or whatever. Reck, hit me. Me and my wife, we gonna keep it real with you. You know what I mean? Just put something like that in the email, and I'm gonna get right back to you. Me and my team gonna get right back to you, and we're gonna put this play together. All right. So MReck TV submissions, MReck TV submissions at gmail.com. Email me your handle, your phone, your email, your contact number, all that. All right.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, salute, King.
All right.
Peace.
Salute.
Man, see, I love doing these lives because it's opened up a whole nother, situation. You know what I mean? We got to get the Cam and Mace, though. I know a lot of people calling. I see the missed calls. Let's get to this Cam and Mace, though, real quick. Let me put the... hold on. I know people calling. Give me a second, y'all. Let me get to Cam and Mace addressing Remy. I got y'all. Just give me like 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, y'all. Give me 2 minutes. I got you. I'm gonna get back to all the callers, but let me get to this Cam and Mace because I try to get their reaction and people just started calling. Run the lights up. Salute to the Rec Mob. We've been live like an hour or so. We got anywhere from 1,700 to 2,000 people staying in here. Run the lights up. We gonna do this. All right, somebody must be trying to call, man. Hold on. That want to be heard. Hold on 1 second. Peace. Peace.
M.Reck.
Mute your audio, Miss Lady.
Okay.
Okay. Talk to me, Miss Lady. What's your name, first and foremost? I'm sorry. You there? Oh, damn. All right, so I was trying to get her to try to get her the floor. Seemed like she really wanted to say something. Hopefully that's her. Let me see. Peace. Peace.
Hello.
Yes, you live.
Hey.
Do me a favor, mute your audio if you can, your TV, your laptop.
Okay, it's muted.
Okay. So if you can speak to me directly in the phone, you don't have me on an AirPods, right? Or speaker.
No.
Right? Okay. So we want to get
No, I have you directly on the phone.
Thank you so much. And we want to get your name and where you calling from, first and foremost.
My name is Yaya, and I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Yaya from Dallas, Texas. Talk to me, Yaya. Talk to me. Yeah, you got the floor.
Okay, I want to reiterate the lady that was from B-More, but she lives in Houston now. She was saying how what was Pap doing, and saying that Remy didn't have any. Remy actually did come home to money because she had money. She had money, but Pap said that he spent most of his money taking care of her and her son while she was locked up. That's number one. I want to address that. Then secondly, Pap, when Remy was saying that Pap cheated while she was locked up, he's a man. He was supposed to. It wasn't anything serious because he was still doing what he needed to do for her. So, hey, it is what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? He's a man. Like, I'm glad it was with a woman and not a man. He was doing what he was supposed to do. That's nature. And then secondly, I think she got buyer's remorse. That's number one. And she don't really want Pap, but she don't want anybody else to have him. She just happy that she just said that he's happy now. If he was at home balled up with his thumb in his mouth, she would be happy. But the fact that she got a two-time he has a two-time Olympic winner and the growth, she hates him. That's just what it is.
Got you. I appreciate you calling. Yaya, is this your first time tapping into the show?
Yes, it is. Oh. It is.
Okay, make sure you subscribe.
Popped up on my algorithm.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Make sure you subscribe. We like your vibe, and you Rec Mob now. You family now. Okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Peace. Shouts to Yaya and the whole Dallas, Texas. Run the lights up. We live on MReck TV. Okay, it's lit over here. Salute to. Never mind the numbers. You see how the phone keep ringing. The numbers is times 10, whatever the numbers are saying. If it's close to 2,000, that means it's 20,000. All right, because I took risks these other YouTubers would never take, so they suppressed my channel. What is what it is. We ain't worried about it. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Hello.
Yes, you live.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great.
I didn't think I would get good. I didn't think I would get on and get through.
How many times you called? There's a lot of people calling.
I called twice.
Okay.
I called twice. The first time it went into voicemail. I said, let me try again. And I called again and I got through. And I watch you all the time, but I'm a first time subby. But I always watch you. I just sub to your channel.
Wow,
but I always watch you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so
I guess I earned that sub.
Yes,
you always watch me, and this is your first time subbing. I earned.
I always watch it. But I always watch you.
Thank you.
I always watch you.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
And just let me know what I did to earn that sub. You know what I mean? I know I was putting a lot of work in, but let me know what I did to earn that sub. So I
you always
talk to me.
No, you always have good commentary. Always.
Thank you. I appreciate
but
it.
I just never subscribe. But
I said, let me just subscribe to it because, like, I always find myself coming back to your channel because I just love your channel. So I always find myself coming back, and I said, well, I might as well subscribe, and I just did.
Thank you.
But yes,
I mean,
how are you today?
I'm feeling great today, and I'm feeling even greater that you subscribe to me. You know what I mean? I'm feeling even greater. You just made my day. But this is what we gotta do. We gotta get your name and where you calling from.
My name is Lisa. I'm calling from the Bronx.
We got
now in North Carolina.
We got Lisa from the Bronx, but she's calling from NC. Okay, so Lisa, we got more. You from the Bronx, and that's what we want. We want that Bronx energy right now, right? Lisa, do you got us are you speaking to me directly in the phone, or you got me on an earpiece or AirPod?
Directly on the phone.
All right, cool.
I'm direct on the phone.
So Lisa, we want to address this, right? We want to address the audio that Papoose played and the audio that Cam and Mace reacting to. You familiar with the audio, or do I need to play it again?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm familiar with both sides. I've been watching it.
Okay, so we want your assessment.
Okay, people gonna be mad at me, but I don't care. I'm just a sucker, and I feel like I like them together. You know, I like them together. I'm sorry, and I wish they could work it out, but I know so much has happened between the both of them. It may not never happen. But I honestly like them as a couple. You know, we're human. We make mistakes. You know, he did dirt. He did dirt. Now probably he's doing dirt. We haven't heard about his past of him cheating. We hear of hers. But I've always been team them. The only thing I don't like is they shouldn't have had partners until, and that's easier said than done. They shouldn't have brought other people in. They shouldn't have been dealing with other people until they got their situation straight.
Got you.
That's just how I feel about the situation.
I appreciate
you know, because no problem. That's I feel bad on the two outsiders. I just do. They shouldn't have been dragged. Not that they're dragged into it, but I think it's just they shouldn't have dealt with nobody else outside. And so they got their stuff in order. But I don't know. I like them together. I'm team Remy and Pat. But like I said, I know a lot has happened. So I don't know. I've been married for 18 years, coming up in June. I'm just coming from a biblical point of being saved and married. You work everything out. You work it out to the best of your ability. But sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes you can't help it. You know, sometimes you have to leave. But I'm all for marriage. That's just my take on it.
Got you. I love your take
on it. I don't know.
I appreciate you calling. And once again, what's your name?
Yes.
I get a lot of names.
It's Lisa.
Lisa. We got Lisa
That's
we got Lisa from the Bronx, but
I'm from the BA.
But she lives in NC. Shouts to Lisa for tapping into the show. I appreciate
Thank you.
So Lisa, real quick.
And you keep them with you. Yes.
Thank you. If I do this show called Couples Remorse, right? This new show, would you tune into it?
Of course I would.
Okay, would you call
in? Like I said,
would you call in or even come to the show with your husband if y'all had issues? Would you speak on it?
Oh, no doubt.
Oh, wow.
Trust me, we done been through a lot.
Wow.
We done been through a lot, trust me. But we still making it work. So, of course I would. Yeah, I would love to invite.
Oh, listen, say less. So we're going to do this Couple Remorse. And we're going to have a show. We're going to have Lisa, her husband, come through. We're going to have Butter and his wife come through. We already got 2 couples already. And SJ's
I got you.
SJ's a professional in that field too. Wow, thank you. Oh, we're going to get this Couple Remorse show going. Let's get it.
Yes. Bring it on.
I appreciate you, Lisa. Matter of fact, email MReck TV submissions at gmail.com. And
I got you.
And say, this is Lisa, I want to be on Couples Remorse. And we're gonna reach out to you. My team gonna reach out to you.
I got you.
All right? I'm gonna put the email on the screen.
I got you.
Thank you. Right.
Yes, I got you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh yeah, we got a new show, y'all. Shouts to Andrew on that too. That's an ill name. You know, we might keep the name, but we may tweak the name. But you know, at least we got something to go off. MRecktv submissions at gmail.com. See, the rec mob over here is always involved. Andrew will get credit if I do decide to use the name. Peace.
Hello?
Peace. Peace. Peace.
How are you?
I'm great. Who this?
Oh, yeah. This is Sarah from Brooklyn.
Sarah,
Brooklyn, New York.
Sarah from Brooklyn. We need to hear you directly in the phone. You got me on speaker?
Okay, so actually no.
Okay. You got me on the earpods?
No, I'm talking directly
okay.
to the phone.
All right, we just want to make sure. We want to make sure you crispy. So we got Sarah from Brooklyn on the line. Sarah, what's your assessment? Talk to me.
Well, I feel like, you know, the reason why they was having problems, I feel like, you know, them try to expose him, like on a personal note. I feel like Papoose tried to get her more into the industry, even though he was writing her music and was trying to, you know, get her to be more on a platform where she could just, you know, go on her own. I feel like she took it personal and started telling on her business on Love and Hip Hop and, you know, started going on live and started talking crazy. And I felt like, you know, he felt offended because, you know, for two couples that was locked up together that got married in jail, you know, I would have felt offended. I would have, you know, found another woman more successful, you know, more independent, you know, to give him a boost. Because I felt like, you know, she was stressing him, you know, with the wedding, Love and Hip Hop and all that. So I felt like she downgraded him. You know, Papoose was a rapper. Everybody know him as, you know, freestyling, K-Slave, DVDs, and I mean, CDs, and all of a sudden he just came a dude that just supported her. You know, nobody really knew like what he went through and how he got successful as being a rapper. They just know him as, you know, Remy, my husband. So, you know, I would have felt offended. I would have been like, you know what, I'm out. You know, after this Love and Hip Hop thing, I would have found somebody better. And, you know, and that's it. So I feel like it was meant to be. I feel like where Rem is, you know, she's, you know, everybody know has battle rapper from, what is it, Lady Luck? And, you know, she just, like, nobody really knows she really could freestyle like that. Like, you know, Papoose blew her up. He wrote most of her songs. So it was like, you know, it's sad. So, you know, you know, I know she be all smack deep. I mean, you know, the battles in the back, you know, people be dissing her. She don't really, you know, I don't hear her battling. I don't know what she's doing now. I don't know. I know she's supporting her new boo. So, to me, she's not really doing nothing. She's just talking crazy.
I hear that.
I don't know.
So, Sarah.
That's my opinion.
Let me ask you this, though, because, you know, me just doing this live, it morphed into a whole new show called Couples Remorse. So, I think I'm doing a show called Couples Remorse. Are you married?
No, actually, I'm not.
Okay, you with somebody?
I'm a single lady.
Single lady, okay.
Oh, I was, but yeah, I'm single.
But
so.
if you know somebody that's going through issues in their marriage, whatever, we got this new show on MReck TV called Couples Remorse. So have them email MReck TV submissions. Oh, hold on, I gotta put the S in it. MReck TV submissions at gmail.com if they want to be on a new show and get some therapy.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, cool. I'll do that. No problem.
All right. Peace.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, peace.
Peace.
All right.
My bad, y'all. Add the S. I know I put the email on there, but I forgot to add the S. MRecktv submissions at gmail.com. You know, I'm over here doing a billion things. You know. You know, the line's gonna keep going crazy. I gotta get to this Cam and Mace thing. I'm gonna take this last call. Run the lights up. Hold on, caller. Run the lights up. Run the likes up on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Is free. Cost you nothing. Take you 2 seconds, and it's gonna get your channel or Facebook page lit or your Twitch page lit. All right, because it's gonna be synonymous with mine. Salute to the Breck Mob. We here. Caller, state your name, where you calling from, and keep it clean. And we got to do this in a minute or less because the line's on fire. Let's get it.
Got you. Peace, Reck. It's Crazy K, man. I'm out of Atlanta. Yo, I'm with Pap. I'm with him. I don't like the respect that the brother's been getting. His lady's out of pocket. But I gotta keep it real. It kind of bothered me a little bit that couple people, you know, I had to really think about this because, you know, he had been called a simp a couple of times, and it bothered me when I heard that. But I had to be honest and say, you know, really analyze the brother, because what he knows, the brother got knowledge himself, my understanding. And his choice of ladies, that's his choice. But I know me. I know that the woman that I choose is a reflection of me. And I'm not here to judge that man and his choice of woman, but I just kind of expect a little more from a brother with the kind of knowledge that he's walking around with. And I think he's a lot more intelligent in making a selection with the kind of lady that he's going to be with. And do you think it's kind of like he just kind of deserved what he's getting because he knew who he was dealing with? I mean, let's be honest. We're talking about Remy. So that's my question. Is Pap guilty of symptoms? I'm rocking with him, but I'm kind of conflicted a little bit with the brother's choice, and I'm gone.
Got you. Appreciate you, good brother. Wreck Mob, he wants some answers, man. You think Pap was simping? Wreck Mob, or yes or no? Wreck Mob, answer this brother questions in the chat room. But email me if y'all need, you know, therapy for your marriage or your relationship. We doing this new thing called couples remorse. I think I'm gonna run with that. But email me MRecktv submissions with the S at gmail.com. Peace.
Peace. M.Reck, what's up, man?
What's going on? Make sure you hold on one second. Make sure when you email me for the couples remorse, make sure you put couples remorse in the subject, okay? So I know that's the business you emailing about, okay? So if you want to be up there with your significant other, you know, and you're trying to work it out, or you just want to talk about your issues, and I got professionals, because SJ, she's a professional at that, and, you know, I got other people that's, you know, in that line of work that's professionals. I'm just going to provide the platform. We gonna get this couples remorse show going. All right, email MRecktv submissions at gmail.com. We got a lot of shows on MRecktv. New show called Cracking the Code too. Check the YouTube shorts. But anyhow, caller, state your name, where you calling from. Let's do this in a minute or less because the line's on fire. Let's get it, good brother.
All right. This Tim, man. This Tim and VA, man. This your new system. I see it's a little different from the last one.
Yes, that's a fact. Thank you, good brother. How you like it? Yeah. How you like the new phone system?
Yeah, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's work. I did call a few times. You know what I'm saying? Because this was so it's serious in a way, but then it's comical in a way too. So I've been sitting back laughing and stuff at the whole situation too.
It's all good. Talk to us, Tim.
Because the seriousness of it is because they are married. I'm married too. So I understand the seriousness of marriage when you make that commitment and things like that. But at the same time, they have brought it to the internet. And since you brought it to the internet, you done reduce yourself down to teenager and not adult anymore. You see what I'm saying? Because you brought your stuff to the internet. Now, once you bring it to the internet, everybody's going to speak on it. Everybody got something to say. And it's also proven the fact that if you listen to their words pretty much tell you what's in their heart and what they're thinking. Remy Ma is extremely hurt because she had, when she was disrespecting him and being with somebody else and playing games and stuff, never in her wildest dreams did she see Carissa Shields popping up and them two all over the internet.
Talk about it.
So this one I knew when she went down that thing and used the age, it was like, when you were this age, he had this and he had these many children. You're 30 with no children and he's 47 and all this stuff. I said, oh, she really hurt. She really hurt by this one. You see what I'm saying? Because he done got somebody that's 30 years old. Listen, M.Reck, 30. No children. Do you understand how
Look,
millions of dollars.
Yo, Tim, everything you saying, I said already during my other live and just in general behind the scenes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, but behind the scenes, I definitely said everything you're saying. But yeah, continue on. I'm glad you're saying it. Run with it. Yeah.
Oh,
continue
yeah.
on.
So that automatically is like he rolled the dice and hit 7. You see what I'm saying? This is not something normal. And that's something that she can't do. Unfortunately, women out here, at your age, when you turn 40, 45 years old, some women, because I looked at Remy Ma, I said, Remy Ma worked on herself. She looked like she got her diet right. You know what I'm saying? Got her teeth fixed, did all these other things, right? So you feel like you want to get out there and have your last hooray. You know what I'm saying? Before you really get over the hill. You see what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, Pap is not gonna get away with what he did either. Now, I respect him because he reminds me of sort of like you know how people like religious people who want to try to stick it out for certain reasons because they feel a certain way in their heart, but their partner is not religious like that. So it's like you feel a certain way, but your partner, doesn't feel that kind of way. Now you went through all that stuff for all those years. It was certain benefits in it for him, you know what I'm saying, to stick around. And yes, you can put on the children, and I know how he feel about that because I have big regret about my children and not being able to be with their, you know what I'm saying. Everybody, if you got any sense, you want to be in the same house with your children and stuff like that. So I get that. So I'm not gonna knock him for that. But other things he kind of put up with, like when he said, I walked in and a lady was with my lady and my child was right there. Man, if he's telling the truth, your reaction is not the reaction. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, I told him to get out my house. No, somebody gonna get the pants put on them. You know what I'm saying? Because you done took it to the highest level of disrespect. You didn't do it outside the home. You did it inside the home on the same bed with my child. So that seemed kind of fishy in thinking to me. You know what I'm saying? When somebody says something like that and that's your reaction to a situation like that. Now, did he cheat? Well, I don't even know why I like using the word cheat, but I'm just going to use it because everybody else is using it. So did he mess with other women? I'm sure he did. Did she mess with whatever? I'm sure she did. But the thing about it is, whatever you do, you don't disrespect the family, MReck. That's the part where I have to go with Papoose side. Because when you disrespect the family and do it publicly and things like that, that's when I have to draw the line. People gonna do what they're gonna do, but have some kind of respect with whatever you're doing. Don't disrespect the family. Don't put it out in the public. Don't do all that. And then when she brought his little child in, talking about he some kind of transsexual, and I'll bring him on here, whatever. I said, dang, Remy Ma, yeah, she wicked.
Look, Tim,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest with you. You saying everything right, and Remy went over and beyond. Let's just say that she went over and beyond disrespect.
He did,
and
did.
all boundaries, right? But I we'll get to that. But I just wanted to go, speak on the Cameron and Mace perspective. You know what I'm saying? But nah, great commentary, bro. Great commentary. I want to say this. Shout out
and Cam.
Yeah.
And Cam had me laughing when they did do that segment because that was really funny. Because when she was on that phone call and she said, now I got to go with it. You done messed them up and the way she was running that weak game like that. I said, I laughed too because I said, I can't believe that she would even say that. And for her to say something like that to him, that means he kind of was going along with a lot of foolishness too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For you to even try something like that. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm married. I don't know if you married MReck or whatever.
Nah,
but
I'm not married.
There is a limit.
I've been married before though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't married now.
Okay, and even in a marriage, there is a limit to the foolishness. I respect people's perspective on the Bible and different things like that, but at the same time, when you start to talk about biblical stuff, you have to be a biblical adherent in order for these things to work.
Gotcha.
If you're not adherent to the Bible, what are you bringing it up for?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Got you. So look,
don't bring it up.
We got to get to all these other callers. I appreciate
Oh,
you.
yeah, no doubt.
But I ain't going to front.
All right.
I'm doing a couple of new shows, man. And I'm looking for hosts as well. So you can email MRecktv submissions at gmail.com. I think you may want to host one of these either couple remorse or this other show I'm gonna do too. Singles.
Okay, I see your email on the screen now. So they send my information to your email.
Yeah, singles ready to mingle.
All right, I got you.
So we're gonna do it for the people out here that's single, ready to mingle, and we're gonna do it for the couples, y'all. So that's what we're doing because I see people really need that therapy or they need that help, I guess, dating and all that. We're gonna make that happen. Salute to the Rec Mob.
Yeah.
All right? Salute.
All right.
All right, Tim.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Let's get it, y'all. So, salute. SJ, you there?
I'm right here.
All right, salute. I'm gonna cut this phone off because I gotta get to the Cam and Mace. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to this. Hold on, let me cut it off for a minute. Let me get to this Cam and Mace thing. But I'll tell you one thing though. I didn't plan none of this. I was trying to get to the show, but obviously, what I noticed, it's a void that's missing. And plus, salute to the Rec Mark, because y'all told me this, SJ told me this. MReck TV provides a safe, I guess, space for people to speak on whatever. But I wasn't thinking that it was going to go to where it went to today. I'm thinking, we just going to be speaking on Mase and Cam reaction to the Pap and Remy thing. But damn, that opened up a whole nother dimension to other, shows and this, that, and the third. But see, the thing about this though, let me tell you something, right? When you're a creator, right? And that's deep, right? We all come from the creator. So now when you one with the creator, right? With me, I always told y'all, God is within me. And when you online, you create on top of creating, you know what I mean? Like right now, I created this live, but I was able to create 2 other shows just from the commentary, and then also salute to Andrew and the homie Q, you know what I'm saying, throwing the names out there. But I was already thinking like, oh, we need to do like a couples therapy show, or then you got people that's single, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can hit the line too, you know what I'm saying, that's looking for dating advice or whatever, need help, finding a significant other, whatever. It's a void for that. And then also, we're not gonna move like them other platforms. We're not gonna move like Love and Hip Hop. Nah, we're gonna do this with grace. We're gonna do this, you know what I mean? Y'all already know how we get down over here. So it's hard for me not to capitalize because, like I said, I'm a creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm one with the creator, and I create many creations. So I'm always in creative mode. So that's just me. But at the same time, what I'm going to do, I got to find 10 other me's. I need people that can catch up to everything that I got going on, plus the new stuff that's going on. It is what it is. We put it in the universe, we make it happen. You know what I mean? Because that's just what it is. Because I'm going to tell y'all, never stop your creativity for nothing. Reason being, you know how many people right now are stuck with writer's block, or you got people that's billionaires, right? They looking for the next show. They stuck right now. I'm talking about in the film industry, Hollywood, or whatever. So the fact that I could create off impulse, that is a blessing. You understand what I'm saying? I just got to find the right team and the right people that can, catch up, because they stuck in Hollywood right now. They don't know where to go, So but like I said, at the same time, we're going to always keep it humble, but it's a gift. It's a gift and a curse, because the gift is I'm able to create like that, but the curse is finding the right team so you can be organized, like SJ always tell me. So my gift and the curse is me always working, but not, not being organized and having the right, proper staffing to capitalize on everything that, I pretty much manifested, because my mind and my mind just works like that. I'm just like I'm a machine. I'm a machine. So that's just what it is. I just wanted to let that be known. But getting back to this Remy and Pap thing, you're going to get put on timeout. Don't tell me I'm being long-winded. See, it's people in here saying I want to help. Salute. All right. Email MRecktv submissions at gmail.com. We definitely going to be vetting people because we don't know who's who, but email MRecktv submissions.com. MRecktv submissions at gmail.com. We need the help. So we will vet you out. You're going to be put through a filtering system. If you're new to the channel, I don't care. I'm going to speak to the rec mob because a closed mouth don't get fed. You dig? And at the same time, I'm building. We could do content all day, but right now I'm building because it's serious right now. It's people going through it in their relationships. And obviously this situation got a lot of people speaking not only on their situation, but they speaking on their personal situation. So obviously is a void that's needed. So we gonna definitely, open up a lane where people can speak on whether it be public situations like Remy and Pat or just their situation. All right, we're gonna definitely help with that. Salute to the rec mall. SJ, you there?
I'm right here.
All right, salute. So I got to get to this Cam and Mace thing, right? And you on deck? I'm gonna play the Cam and Mace reaction real quick. I'm gonna get right to the part that I want, the people to respond to and you to respond to, and then I get right back to you. All right?
Okay, can I say something real quick? Because
okay.
And again, hello, Rec Mob. Hello, everybody. And I just want to say this, and I say this to my brother behind the scenes. So I think he already know what I'm getting ready to say. Rec Mob. Yes, MReck needs your help, but everything's going to be a process. Correct. And so things are going to be announced. So please don't think that anything is going to happen soon, because that's not going to be the reality. The reality is everything's going to have a process and everything is going to take time, and MReck be excited and he be ready to do stuff like right now. But everything has a process and everything has its time and everything has its moment. And I just want to piggyback off real quick. Sorry. Everybody is going through what they're going through. And so I think what we're seeing is people are struggling in every area. And again, if you're struggling as an individual, what are you going to do in a relationship? And I'm going to go on mute.
All right, cool. So like she said, everything has this process. Yes. And just in case you didn't know that, she just told you that, but I'm going to say this. It's going to get done. We don't pump fake on nothing. You know what I mean? I just got a billion things going on, and we're going to put everything in perspective, and it's going to take time, but we're going to get it done. Trust me. It ain't going to take time like you think it is. Trust me. We get right to it. But make sure you email now, because trust me, we go into production ASAP with anything and everything. All right? It's a process, but not that same process these other niggas work on or Hollywood work on. Oh, we get it rocking over here. For real. All right. So let's get back to Cam and Mace, and then I'm gonna open the lines. Run the lights up. Salute to the rec mob. We moving, y'all. We're gonna have a show for the singles as well as couples. All right. In due time. Give us time. All right. Email MRecktv submissions at gmail.com. You want to be a host or you want to be a guest, you got a significant other you have issues with, or you are single looking to date. Okay. We got y'all on any aspect. Okay. Yeah. And we're going to bring it to a major network too. How about that? Because that's what it is with MReck TV. That's how we moving. I didn't wait on nobody. A lot of niggas say, yo, Rec, I got you. I'm gonna give you a bag. Yo, I'm gonna hook you up this network. Niggas ain't never do nothing. I got me, and I got the Rec Mall. Okay. And my thing is, how that old school saying goes, do me a favor, don't do me no favors. Okay? Somebody like M.Reck, I would have been put $1 billion on. But you know what they do? They look at it like I'm competition or I'm intimidating, because the fact that I'm a creator and I'm a shake and move and I got my own bag. But it's cool. Thank you. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to this Cam and Mace.
MReck, real quick, somebody wanted you to know that TMZ just posted that Cassie is in the delivery room. I think it's Planet Mars 81 stated Cassie is in the delivery room according to TMZ.
Wow. You know, like I told y'all, that trial was going to put her, you know, she going to deliver that baby early. I said that, you know, so salute to the homie Planet Mars. He always be dropping, you know, super chats and always be dropping gems. Appreciate that. But I told y'all that trial was going to put her in early, what you call that? Early labor. Early labor. I told y'all that. You ain't believe me. I told you a lot of stuff. Me and the Earth told you a lot of stuff. Okay. Salute the Planet Mars for being on top of that. Let's get to it. Let's get to this Cam and Mace. We'll get to that. Thank you, SJ.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah. It's not surprising to me. I knew she was about to pop, but I knew that that trial was gonna bring that baby early. Let's get it, y'all.
I'm gonna give Remy the credit for even trying it. It's trying to be one. Pat played the voice recordings of Remy, and this was trying to be one of the most gaffles I ever heard. Shout out to Remy for even trying it. I'm gonna give Remy the credit for even trying it. And like I said, I have no dog in the race. They both my friends, both of them. But Remy told Pat. So Pap knocked the nigga out. Pap saying that homeboy came, gave him a 5 after he's fucking his wife, and he didn't know he was fucking her. So Pap's attitude is, you don't shake no nigga that had sex with your wife. So he's like, basically, whenever I see him, I'm knocking him out. So Pap knocked him out. And then Remy called him, I guess it's a Remy event. Remy called and said, yo, now you wild out. Now I got to be with the nigga so he don't press charges and do all the wild shit. Now I can't even curve the nigga. I was just about to curve him. Now I got to make sure he good cause you wilding. And I'm like,
Remy a nigga, yeah. Remy playing uptown games with niggas, yeah. Remy gotta chill.
Yeah. But you hear her, and he played the voice note, so it was crazy how passionate she was about it. She's basically like, nah, nigga, come on now. Now you gonna do that? When I was just about to stop fucking with the nigga, now I gotta make sure we good, so I gotta stay next to the nigga. And I'm like, you going for that? So I'm like, all right, if you wanna go for that, okay. Yeah. I don't know if it was true or not, Rem. I'm sorry, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke with Rem, man.
Yeah.
That nigga Pap got it tight though. He like them joints that can protect themselves.
So yeah, piggybacking off Cam and Mace, and there's some things I want to say. I don't think Pat fell for the game. I just think Remy's game. I just think Pat is just fighting for his marriage. You know what I'm saying? Pat know better. That's why he said what he said. Because if Pat didn't bring that to the forefront, you know, we wouldn't even knew about that audio. You know what I mean? So Pat brought that to the forefront, saying like, yo, look, she tried to run game on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the fact that I put hands on a lame, now she trying to say, oh, she got to stay with him because that information went out there. Yeah, that's game. You know what I mean? Remy was running game. Shouts to Cam and Mace. She running uptown games, but you ain't got nothing on no Brooklyn nigga. This is a fact. I'm gonna just keep it real. We Brooklyn niggas. Pap is my Brooklyn brother. Like, niggas is very sharp. You know what I'm saying? He just fighting for his marriage. She ain't running that game on him. You know, he hip to the game. And you know, I tell people, right, you know, not just because I'm from Brooklyn, we sharp. We the sharpest. You know what I mean? Because you know, niggas always try to group us as like, oh, nigga, Brooklyn niggas is grimy and this, that, and the third. Nah, niggas is sharp first and foremost. Let's put that in perspective. Nah, you can't run no game on us. We was one of the first niggas going uptown, and we knew what time it was. I don't want to get too deep, but Brooklyn niggas been on to, you know, that gaffle that, you know, Harlem people be trying to run on us. You know what I mean? Nah, but it's all love. But I just want that to be known. Like, nah, Pap ain't no silly nigga that you could tell anything to. You know what I mean? Nah, we sharp. BK niggas been sharp, gonna stay sharp. We the sharpest. You dig? That's why we the most respected in the boroughs. Because we are that. Always gonna be that. Always been ahead of the curve. You know what I mean? You can't run game on a Brooklyn nigga. You know? Now, if Pat wanted to deal with that from, yo, that's my wife, I'm gonna try to work it out. That's different. But opposed to like, oh, a nigga's just naive? Nah, that's not the case. You know what I mean? But, you know, salute to Cam and Mace, though. Those my niggas. But I just want the general public to know Brooklyn niggas is far from gullible. And we know game. We got the best game. All right? Because niggas could be super fly and all that, but a Brooklyn nigga will still bag your chicks with no jury on or nothing. This is a fact. You know what I mean? Harlem niggas, you know, they got the flash and all that. And we got flashy Brooklyn niggas. But Brooklyn niggas will bag your chick with no chain, no car. And we gonna be fly. Without all the accessories, niggas will still bag your chick. Or bag a chick. And this is a fact. I want niggas to know that. You know what I mean? Those are my niggas, but let's not get it twisted. If we gonna talk this Brooklyn, Harlem, or this borough shit, we're gonna put this borough shit in proper perspective. And you know, we can get deep, but I'm gonna leave it alone. This is a fact. Everybody know. You can Panther Jones, you can put all the bullshit cap in the chat room all you want. You know I'm speaking the truth. You know I'm speaking the truth. Everybody, even the females know, the homies know, and it's okay to rep for your borough, but we know what it is. Okay. I know you from Harlem. That's why I said you can run with it, but you know the truth. You only saying that because you from Harlem. I know. But Brooklyn niggas, we already know. We're a different breed. Shouts to Harlem niggas. Y'all do your thing. You're flashy. You're fly and all that. We fly niggas. We the niggas that got the Timberlands hot on a different note. You know what I'm saying? Because we was the niggas that wore Timberlands all year round. You feel me? Niggas is wearing Timberlands just because the winter hit. Niggas is wearing Timbs all year round. Okay? So we gonna put certain shit in perspective because a lot of shit is way out of perspective. I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. And I don't care if shorty from the BX, Harlem, or whatever, whoever, you can't run game on a Brooklyn nigga. Pap is from like borderline Bed-Stuy, Brownsville. Nah. Trust and believe. I mean, you heard what he said. Slade told him. So he been on to her game. He just was like, all right, I'm going to rock with it. Slade already told me what time it was. And he telling you, like, I already knew that the shit was bullshit. But I'm going to let it rock, though. You know? But let's get it. Let's open the lines up. Salute to the Wreck, man. Call me up, 310. I'm going to rock out another 17 minutes or so. Where we at with it? 692-9055. Get the likes up. We live on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Twitch. Okay? We're going to put a lot of stuff back in perspective. Shouts to Harlem. I'm going to say this. I love Harlem. Harlem is a vibe. Like, out of all the boroughs, I love going to Harlem. I love, you know, from back in the days to now. I love going to Harlem to eat. I love going to Harlem just for the vibe. At one time, I love going to Harlem for the chicks. Queens always had some nice looking chicks too. I ain't gonna hold you. The Bronx was always spooky. Always been spooky. Okay. Any chick that I met from the Bronx, I never doubled back with her. You know what I'm saying? I might have met her, but like, all right. You know what I mean? Maybe once or twice, but for the whole, nah. The Bronx always been spooky. The Bronx and Brooklyn always been super spooky. You dig? Nah, Brooklyn is not a maze like you think. I could put you on to Brooklyn. Shouts to all the boroughs, but if you know, you know. Like I said, I'm really was in these streets for real. I know what's what. I could tell you a lot of these niggas. They can only tell you about one or two boroughs. I could tell you about all boroughs. Okay, Harlem has always been lit. Always been lit. Peace. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, caller. Hold on 1 second. Why I can't get this on speaker? Hold on 1 second, yo. Caller, what's your name, real quick?
What's up? This Jose out of Vegas.
Oh, Jose, what's going on? I'm gonna hit you right back because I'm trying to get it on speaker. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna call you right back, Jose. All right, call you right back. I gotta get it on speaker. Let's get it. Oh, we gonna have that borough talk. We gonna have that borough talk for real, because a lot of things is out of perspective. It's a lot of weirdos online. Hold on 1 second. Damn, I'm trying to. Why is it not on? It's not blue. Hold on, y'all. My phone is not on Bluetooth. I'm trying to understand why is it. Give me a second, y'all. Now my phone got locked up. All right, let me play this Cam and Mace. Let me get this phone. I'm gonna play this clip again. I'm gonna get this phone right and exact, because now my phone is wilding out. And we're gonna have this borough talk too. Give me a second, y'all.
Yeah, Pap saying that homeboy came, gave him a 5 after he's fucking his wife, and he didn't know he's fucking her. So Pap's attitude is, you don't shake no nigga that had sex with your wife. So he's like, basically, whenever I see him, I'm knocking him out. So Pap knocked him out. And then Remy called him, I guess it's a Remy event. Remy called and said, yo, now you wild out. Now I got to be with the nigga so he don't press charges and do all the wild shit. Now I can't even curve the nigga. I was just about to curve him. Now I got to make sure he good because you wildin'. And I was like,
Remy a nigga, yeah. Remy playing uptown games with niggas, yeah. Remy gotta chill.
Yeah. But you hear her, and he played the voice note, so it was crazy how passionate she was about it. She's basically like, nah, nigga, come on now. Now you gonna do that? When I was just about to stop fucking with the nigga, now I gotta make sure we good, so I gotta stay next to the nigga. And I'm like, you going for that? So I'm like, all right, if you wanna go for that, good. Yeah. I don't know if it was true or not, Rem. I'm sorry.
Real quick, I'm gonna have to play the phone from the website. Let me see if y'all can hear it directly from the website, because they locked up my phone. You know, Apple, you put the wrong code in. So I got like a couple of phones, put the wrong code in. So I got to wait a couple of minutes to get back in. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hold on 1 second. If y'all can hear the people on the phone real quick. Let me see. Real quick. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna call Jose back. Jose, calling you back now. Pick up, bro. Hopefully y'all can hear him. Damn, why is not calling me back? I'm trying to call the number back. Let me see. There we go. Can you hear the phone ringing, y'all? Wreck Mob.
What's up, Breck? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just want to make sure the Rec Mob can hear you. Rec Mob, can you hear Jose? Put a thumbs up if you can hear Jose, because I'm doing it from the web.
Can y'all hear me speaking?
All right, they say yeah. So let's get it. Let's get it. Wow.
All right.
I could do it in a whole new way. That's what's up. Salute. Let's get it, Jose.
All right. I just want to speak on one thing. I mean, swinging on another dude over your wife or your girlfriend is not official at all. Your wife or your girlfriend let that man get that close to her.
Mm-hmm.
So don't think it's cute to be out here running up or swinging on no dude over your wife or your girlfriend. You need to be trying to check her, because that's how dudes get killed nowadays.
Got you. Let me say something Pap said. Pap said he only hit him because he shook his hand. And now look, let me explain that situation. I'm with you on what you're saying. Now, if Pap is being introduced to Eazy as, oh, Pap, this is my artist, and he shake his hand, Pap is not in the wrong for snuffing him, because now I got introduced to the ops. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a difference between being introduced to this dude as, oh, that's my artist, but now you trying to act like he's your artist, but really you're fucking. That's two different things.
I mean, either way it go, though, it's not worth your life over what she doing.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
What if he just pulled out a gun and blasted him on the spot? Okay, now you done got gunned down for something your wife or your girlfriend was doing.
Now you're right.
I mean,
you
can't put yourself in that position. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like,
listen,
she disrespected you, not the dude.
I'm gonna say this, right? So people can understand. You have valid points, but also what's happening here. Pap is from where I'm from, Brooklyn, and just that old, I hate to say old school, but let's just say we from that old era, that original era, that true era about respect. Respect go a long way. You dig what I'm saying? And Pap
that's true.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Respect is out the window right now. So Pap is still on what he on. Like, yo, nah, you know what, homie? It's one thing I don't know you, and you bag my wife, so that's on her. But the fact that he might have got introduced to Eazy at his crib. Think about that. She might have came through the crib with Eazy. Yo, Pap, this is Eazy. He like, yo, I know you, son. You know, I know you the battle nigga. Yo, Eazy gonna be my new artist. They might have sat down and ate at the table at his house.
That's all on her. I don't care how it happened.
Yeah, but then again,
I'm a real man. I'm going to walk. I'm not trading my life in for something that she might plan for me to trade my life in that way. That might be something she got up her sleeve. Like, I need him out the picture. So let's do this foolish stuff to get him gone.
Well, you took it.
Now you done fell for the trick.
You took it to a whole nother note, but you know what? I ain't even mad at you, because you just never know. You know what I mean? You could be sleeping
That's
with
right. You don't know what's going through that woman's mind at the time.
Yeah, you could be sleeping with them.
Let's set him up for this bag. Let's set him up, and he gonna fall for it that easy.
Because that's how Pap is feeling right now. He's feeling like he was sleeping with the enemy the whole time. You feel me?
Exactly.
So yeah.
Now he's sitting back. Now he about to get sued, all this and that. And that might have been something they planned. You don't know.
Hold on.
What she told him.
Stop. You saying he's about to get sued? Who's suing Pap? Eazy?
I mean, yeah, the guy who he swung on could be suing him.
Oh, okay. As a hypothetical.
And then just like she said, I was finna leave him. Now I got to straighten all this up and stay with him because you swung on him. Now he might try to sue you and take you to the cleaners, and me and him leave anyway together.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Nasty work.
Nasty.
And you fell for it. And you still talking, we in the 80s. We still gonna swing on people. No, bro, you got money.
Shit,
you living a different life. You not back in the 80s. You got to sit back And think about this. This is strategy.
Yeah.
Man, she done set me up for the woo.
Mm.
Let me back off this and think about it.
Mm.
Not just react. You got money now. You not walking the block.
Mm. Jose, I ain't gonna front. You got valid points, but you know, like I said, I think Pap is operating from respect. You dig what I'm saying?
He operating from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way he operating. Like he not a man of money. Like he can't lose it all.
Gotcha.
And then she still leave with the dude.
Yeah. I mean, look, man. I tell people like this, right? Mase.
Yeah.
I give Mase a lot of credit. Mase was given a lot of gems. When it come to women, I've been saying it because I've been operating like that, and people used to make me feel like I was crazy. But you come second,
right?
You come second to my money. You dig what I'm saying? Come second.
Absolutely.
Like my money come first. You know why? Because look at Pap in his situation. A woman always gonna feel like if you're not that provider or you're not the breadwinner, she gonna always make you feel like you ain't nothing. Like you a homeless nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Imagine this. You going to the prison to visit her and she telling everybody, I kept telling him to fall back, stop coming.
Yeah, she was saying that shit. That shit is crazy within itself.
Now that's crazy in itself for you to be like, oh, she telling everybody she kept telling me to fall back and not come see her.
Yeah.
Right then and there, it would have changed the whole everything.
Let me tell you something, bro. Speaking on Pap and just in general, when you in love, you blind. You know what I'm saying? And he was in love. He was blindly in love with Remy. You dig? And a lot of people would say he was more in love with her than she was in love with him. You understand? Now, that happens. Because look, can I say something? When I look at Carissa and Pap, it looks like it's the other way around. Look like Carissa is more in love with Pap than Pap is in love with her. You can tell it's love there, but you see how that work? You see how the universe work? You dig what I'm saying?
But think about this. Maybe Remy Ma had the bag back then and he really didn't have his bag up.
But think about this, right? Now, if we going off what Pap said, right? And I knew Pap was writing for Rem for a minute.
Right.
If like I'm gonna just take it's layers, but I'm gonna just take one aspect. I'm gonna take this layer. If I'm writing all your shit, right? And you making money and you become this artist off the joints I pinned, that's our money. That's our legacy. But the fact that Remy is operating, you gotta think she was never married. Everything is I. When you're married, you're right. So Pap is thinking from the marriage standpoint. You dig? Pap got, effed up. Like I said, nobody's perfect. Pap got his flaws with him too. Because as a man, for me, I'm always gonna be the breadwinner. Just cause. Because I can't allow a woman to feel like you got one up on me. We got our thing together, but trust me, I got a million other hustles too. We could have our accounts together. We could have our cribs, our houses, cars, all that. But I got a million other hustles that you're not involved with. You know why? Because just as soon as you feel like you want to get fly, I'm always going to be that guy. I'm always going to be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That comes in time and wisdom and age.
Always going to be that guy. Because, you know, as a man, the worst thing a woman could do to you is make you feel less than. And what Remy did to Pap, that shit right there is the prime example of why you got to be the breadwinner and always keep your respect and dignity, because she went overboard. Now, it's to the point. Think about this. Imagine the pain that Pap has felt and was feeling just in the last 3 years, but just even the last 3 days. Imagine that pain that he's feeling as a man that got embarrassed on the internet, not only with the cheating, but the fact that she make him look like he's a homeless nigga. I'm just keeping it real.
I ain't even want to laugh.
No, but that's, look, and then she says, and he in that little apartment with no furniture. You hear all that echo in the house? She talking crazy. She talking crazy, my nigga. Like,
I don't know what to say, man. All I can say is we learned something in church today, man.
This ain't nothing new. He said it and she said it. I'm going on what's out there. I ain't putting that man business out there like, yo, Pat, my nigga. It ain't like, oh, I'm volunteering information that the public don't know. She put that out there. You feel me? Yo, Jose, don't put you don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
I ain't said nothing, man. I ain't said nothing. I just said I appreciate you opening up the church today. That's all I said, man.
The gospel. And right now, Pat as a man has been embarrassed so crazy on this internet due to his wife. It's one thing you move on with another nigga, cool, right? And she could have did that shit not so publicly, not so embarrassing. But there's another thing, you do that, you embarrass me. Then two, you embarrass me over the top with, oh, you ain't got no money. You like the brokest nigga I ever met.
Oh my God.
Or ever dealt with. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I would have backed it all up when she said, I told him to fall back and stop visiting me. I would have stopped there. That was a warning sign right then.
No, it was. It was. Let me say this. And then she called him Papoose. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
All right, man. I'm out of here, right?
Yeah. I bet you is. All right, Jose.
Hey, I'm letting you bury Papoose.
No, I'm not. Don't do that. Don't do that, because Pap is my.
All right, I'm just saying.
Real talk,
man. I don't know what to say about it. It's just too much.
This is what
everything you saying is just like, wow.
Look,
like
this is
when did he open his eyes and say, hold on?
I don't know, bro. I can't tell you. All I'm saying is the way that shit spilt on the internet and the way she talked about his, you got to think, he said, I only responded because she put certain business out there about my kids and my family. So when she put his son out there and spoke on his son's sexuality being other than what it is, you do the math.
Right.
That right there was crazy. And then said, oh, the reason why I don't have my daughter go to your mother's house because it's nothing but them pedos over there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro, where you been at? You ain't listened to? Damn, I thought.
No, man, I don't be on it like that, man. That's just crazy that you would still let a woman just be that disrespectful and don't come out and say, I wrote everything and built you, and now I want your money. Now I'm about to sue you. Husband, wife, or whatever. When you start going that deep, okay, it's time to you gotta hit them where it hurt at. Now, let's hit the bank account.
I'm gonna be honest. I like what you just said. Being that she went over and beyond to embarrass this man publicly and about his, financial situation.
Right.
I would definitely be getting some get back with the lyrics I wrote, because if he said he got everything in his phone. He got the dates. I'd definitely be suing her, because everything that he wrote, he like, yo, I did that for you to shine. She more so like, and then she not even trying to take accountability and give him his credit for writing, the songs he wrote.
Right. Now that's crazy. You have to, if somebody start doing you that bad, you got to fight back. You got to fight back somehow. You got to, okay, let's take it to the bank. It's over with. At some point, you got to say it's over with. You done became my enemy. At some point, you became my enemy. Yeah. And when you became my enemy and you doing things that an enemy do, this is what it is now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Ain't no, like at this point, we can't even be cool. Like I'm gonna always be there for my daughter, but at this point, because it got so disrespectful for me, I don't, and people could say what they want. Yo, that shit she said, I'm gonna just say this. That shit is beyond fighting words.
Yeah. I'm hearing what you said, and I'm like,
nah, look, go listen to the lives. This is verbatim. This is what she said. Verbatim, bro. That shit.
Yeah, I would have stopped all that a long time ago.
That shit, but see.
Oh, no, you would have had to hear it with something a long time ago before she got that far.
That shit is crazy.
Because like you said, she just belittled you, bemanned you, took your manhood, all that away from you. And she's still going with it. I mean, you getting with another woman, that ain't nothing. That's teenage stuff. Man, go to the bank, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, because, you know.
Getting another woman is nothing. You ain't hurt her by getting another woman. She done had 10 other men besides you.
No, he did hurt.
And she's still having them.
He did hurt about getting another woman that was more accomplished.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
What hurt her is her pockets.
So
you just hurting her. You just doing something that we did when we was teenagers.
Listen.
Hurt her pockets.
Bro, look. What you just said, hopefully Pap is getting his just due, because even as a writer, F being, like, I'm gonna tell people, make sure you put everything in black and white. You know what I mean? Especially if you talking entertainment shit, you're a writer, make sure you get your writer's credit, your royalties, your publishing. And for me, I'm gonna be honest, you know, I did business with, you know, my lady when it comes to music. She got her publishing, her credit. I get, you know, whatever song she wrote, whatever songs I wrote, songs we wrote together, all that's right and exact. You know what I'm saying? We don't blur the lines. You feel me? That's how that thing go. Everything is in black and white. You feel me? So whatever songs get played on the radio and mechanical royalties, she get her just due, I get my just due, we get our shit together, okay? It ain't no, it couldn't have been me. But salute the Pat.
Right.
I need.
Yeah, salute to that man.
I need mines off top. I need mines in black.
Yes, sir. I mean, he needs some OGs around him to tell him a few things, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he moving good right now with what he doing, but she's still over there wilding, and he should have stopped that. Somebody should have pulled his coattail and said, hold on, man, you crashing out. As soon as he swung on that dude, somebody should have been there to say, hold up, Pat. We ain't doing it like that. You got $1 million. You a millionaire. What are you doing?
How about this? I like the fact that you open that door. So Pap got every right to get himself a lawyer and get all that back publishing money for writing those songs.
Yeah.
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 Pretty much. That's how you handle it.
Yeah.
We ain't teenagers. We ain't in the 80s, the 90s. We grown ass men now.
Look, and then look.
And we handle things with lawyers and business.
Shouts to Glam Kiki. I'm gonna say this. I knew when I heard Sheetha, that was one of the first Pap joints that he wrote for Remy. That was Remy diss response to Nicki Minaj. I told everybody back then, and this is me figuring this out on my own. This is not what Pap told me. When I heard Sheetha, I said, nah, Pap wrote that. You know what I mean? And yo, we got other people trying to call in. So Jose, I'm gonna tap in.
All right.
I appreciate you, King.
All right.
All right, peace.
For sure.
We got a lot of people that call, missed calls. Yeah. Sooner I get off the phone. Peace.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. This is LaDawn calling from Boston.
All right. Talk.
Well, I want to say I'm Team Papoose. I don't lose respect for him as a man. I was incarcerated, and I was the bad girl back in the days, and my husband was the good guy. He stood by me. He visited me, and I didn't feel obligated when I got out, but I appreciated it because I didn't get a 2-year bid. I got a 10-year bid. And he rained, sleet, and snow. He was visiting me coming to that jail. I think Remy's just a dirty, stinking dog, in my opinion. And I don't believe everything she says. I think she's out of anger and hurt. She'll say anything to make somebody look bad. I think it shows more of her character that she's talking and behaving like that, because nothing this man did. And you know, wait a minute, let me back it up. People say a lot about, oh, well, she said he cheated when she was locked up. That don't count. That don't count. And you know why I'm gonna say that don't count? Because it's naive of a person to say if you get 5+ years that somebody's not gonna wanna, do some things. I know when I got my bid, I told my man to be a bachelor. I said, don't mess with the same woman, because women are emotional. You mess with me 3 times, you my man, my man, my man. I said, protect yourself. I said, and be a bachelor. But he still did what he had to do and was there for me. When I got out, all that ended.
Hold on. I like what you say, but now that you're saying what you're saying, I want to bring things in perspective. Okay. Now, if you don't mind, okay, what did you get locked up for?
Robbery.
Armed robbery. And what was your sentence?
I got 15, but I did half, and then I went to a halfway house.
Got you. So when you told your man this is after, did you take it to trial, or when did you tell your man this exactly?
When I got the bid, when that judge said those numbers, because I was still hopeful. You know what I mean? I said, oh my God, he ain't gonna stay, because I don't know if I would have had it in me to stay. So I thought automatically he ain't gonna stay. He said, boo, I got you. I said, well, guess what? How about this? You be a bachelor, protect yourself, and don't mess with the same woman. And if he kept writing me and visiting, I was appreciative, and I never missed a visit. Or my money was on them books. He didn't write too good, but I got me a card and a little scribble here and there. But I got my visits every single week.
All right, let me stop you there. So basically, your man was kind of like Papoose in the same instance. What Pap did for Remy, your man did that for you.
Right. So where I don't respect Remy is, and I think she's getting a pass because she's a woman. If Papoose was the one that was locked up and got out and cheated after Remy stood by him, he would be the worst, dirty, stinking dog in the world. She's the cheater. She cheated on the street. She cheated, point blank, period. There is no proof for her mouth saying he cheated. So I'm not taking nothing she said. No woman came out and said it, no nothing. She said it. So I don't care. We know you did it. And you did it during the marriage. She's dead wrong the way she's carrying on and the things that she's saying about him. And I agree. He should go to court, because had it been a woman, she'd be trying to hit a ninja in his pockets. It's only right that he get his money so he won't be that broke ninja that you keep calling him. And I don't think that it's about he ain't hurting her being with Clarissa. Absolutely she is. She's hurt. Because Clarissa is a step up, period. And I'm saying that because in my opinion, I don't respect Remy. I don't got her on a pedestal like her fans do. I don't like, she's a hood rat to me.
Let me say this. And the reason why you're saying what you're saying is right and exact. And then, I've been saying this too. Look at what she called Carissa. She called Carissa his come up. So if that wasn't his come up, you dig what I'm saying? If that was a downgrade, she wouldn't be saying that. You feel me?
That's right.
And that's what's right. The fact that, okay, you thought I couldn't do better without you. I got somebody that's younger than you, more accomplished, and a bad nigga. You feel me? Kids. So that's really hurt at.
That's right. That's right. And I'm pulling for them. And I don't like people saying, oh, he's too old for Carissa, or she's more into it. Doesn't matter. Nothing's equal. As long as you're giving me what I need and I'm giving you what you need, then we equal. Okay? I think they're a good match. I think Papoose is a good man. I don't think he's weak. I don't think we cry and cry and cry. We want a real man that know how to show emotion, to love us. And when you get one, you want to label him a simp. He ain't no simp. He knocked dude out. He let you know he'll protect his family and his wife. He's far from a simp. He's a real man that married a woman that tried to stick to his vows and be loyal. And she dogged him. She dogged him.
Wow. You know what? I like your commentary because you speaking from the opposite.
I lived the street life. I was that down a chick. I had men that went to jail. It's just that I ended up with my husband, who wasn't the bad guy. I was the one still. And then I eventually changed because of him and his love and his guidance and his protection. He allowed me a safe place to become the woman I am today. God rest his soul. I'm now a widower a couple years. But
God rest his
he
soul.
helped me be a better woman because he gave me that safe place. You understand? She's wrong how she dogged this man. She had a man that was showing her all the things women cry for, and this is what you do. And then for you to go as low as say, even if his mother and them had issues, the way they live different, it just doesn't matter. For you to use that shows the character in you. Because no matter if I'm not friends or mad at you or not, if we have kids together, and especially if you ain't dogging me, sorry.
Now you go.
You ain't dogging me. There's no reason I should be saying this. You're just mad because you got a bum who's just a battle rapper who can make for so much who's capped off. That's it. And you mad.
Got you. Hold on. The fact that you're saying what you're saying is truthful and it's very powerful. As soon as you said the word dog, your dog started barking. But go ahead, get to you. I had to say that. The dog like, hold on, I ain't got shit to do with it. What's going on here?
She's a mess too. I have to spell her name sometime. I gotta spell certain words because she do be knowing.
She knew exactly. As soon as you said dog, she was like, I caught a stray. She felt like she caught a stray. She like, hold on, I ain't do shit. What's going on here?
She's a mess.
Oh man,
but yeah, women don't. She's wrong. She's wrong. And like I said, she's the one. She's just not a good person. She wasn't a good person before she went in, and she's still not a good person. She didn't learn her lesson, and she moves like that. And that's why she's nowhere. She's still stuck at that plateau. And then she's trying to reverse the hands of time because she missed all those years. She's trying to keep up with the younger girls, dressing all promiscuous and all out there. It's like, Remy, you're too old for that. You're too old for that. You know, you got a son in the clinker getting ready to face the big thing. You should be focused on stuff like that's where your energy should be, not Papoose and his happiness. And I wouldn't sign a divorce papers either if I don't agree what's in them. I don't care how long it takes. If I don't agree with what you putting in them divorce papers when it got something to do with my child and the businesses we got together, then we're going to string it along until we come to an agreement. A lot of people don't sign divorce papers for a reason. It don't be because they don't want to let the person go. It be because if they don't agree within the divorce papers.
That's a fact. I love this commentary right here. I gotta lock you in. Hold on. You know what? I ain't even gonna do this. I'm gonna put this in my memo notes. I got your number right here because
I left you a message too.
Okay, but hold on. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm doing the old school way. I see the number right here. I'm putting it in my memo notes, and me and my team is gonna be in contact with you. What's your name?
LaDawn. I'm from Boston.
Spell that for me.
LA DAWN.
LaDawn. That's the first time I ever heard that name. Shouts to you, LaDawn. You got a story. And it's relevant to right now too. Nah, we definitely gonna be in contact ASAP. Me and my team is gonna reach out to you. Thank you for calling the show. Is this your first time?
You're welcome.
This is your first time?
Nope, I be in the bushes all the time. I love it.
This is your first time calling up though.
Yes, it is.
Wow, this must have struck home.
Child, I'm so sick of these women talking about good men. Then when you get them, this is how you treat them. No, we got to be right is right and wrong is wrong, period. And all that screaming and calling names, you know where that's coming from. So why is anybody taking that with a grain of salt?
And you kept it so official. I may have to end the live with your call. I'm gonna be honest with you, LaDawn.
Have a nice day, y'all.
Great day. All right. Peace.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to end the live on that. That's too powerful. Maybe I'll take this call because I never know who's calling me. That was too powerful. That was too powerful. I'm gonna have to. This gonna have to be real quick, depending on who this is. Peace.
Hello. So I called in before.
Mm-hmm. What's your name?
This is Kimmy. So I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Is this? Can you cuss on this?
Nah, you can't curse. And if you do curse, you got to send a penalty in to my Cash App, $ MReck TV. If 1 or 2 slip, you did, you did. I'm hustling over here. You can't curse and mess it up for me. Mess up the money, you heard?
Okay.
Why you feel like?
So let me say.
Why you feel like you got to curse though? Talk to me.
Because I want to explain something in a serious way. But I'm going to still try to do it without being rated R.
All right, let's do this. Could you do this in a quick minute or so? Because I'm over the show mark. Could you do this in a minute?
I'll try.
All right.
You'll probably have to cut me off.
All right. All right. As soon as I say I ain't gonna hold you, that means I gotta go. All right. If you get too long,
okay.
All right. All right. Let's go.
Okay. So I want everybody to pay attention like you're in college and then you listen to your teacher and you're studying. You go home and you study. I want this not pick sides, but really pay attention. I love Pap and Remy. I looked up to Pap the most. I've been married before for 13. So he was the type of nigga to me. I never let a man come in my mouth or squirt in my booty. Pat was the type of man that you would let do that.
Oh, wow.
That's how serious it was for me. Right? But now I feel different about him. So if he was going up there every day to the prison, he was getting her money because he was her overseer. He didn't have a hustle. What man goes up there every day? Now that's what I looked up to him about. But now that I'm hearing her side, if I was locked up and I was with you, unless you had your own business and you didn't have to be at the business, you was up there with every day, he said in the interview. Hell, you didn't have a hustle. You was doing whatever with the money. Now remember, Gucci Man's wife flipped $1 million or something and made 3 from real estate when he was locked up. Why couldn't Pap make more money with the money? So then he had sex with the baby mama. That's why he wasn't out there. I always said, man, if he was really having sex, he would be out there. But the reason he wasn't put out there, because it was with somebody that wasn't famous, his baby mama. Remy says she fought her on Thanksgiving. We don't know what words was exchanged. We don't know how deep it was. So originally he cheated first. But I don't even think that was the issue. I think it was money. Because she was still with him on Love and Hip Hop and everything else.
Got you. I'm going to say this.
So it's his hustle. It's like, how long are you going to be able to put up with holding a man down like that? He held her down with visits, but the money part, she even said, she kept saying it on her lives, that it was about the money.
Got you. Miss Lady, I ain't going to hold you. I ain't going to front. You've been rocking for a minute, way over a minute, but I got you locked in. I appreciate you. I'm going to end the show. Appreciate your commentary. All right. Thank you for.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Why is I hanging up? I'm trying to end the show. Peace. Who this?
Peace and love, M.Reck.
Peace and love. Who this?
Songs by Alicia.
Oh, songs by Alicia. I don't have you locked into this this phone system. What's happening with you? How you feeling?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm over here just doing what I do, being a man of the people, Talk to me. How you
Shout
feeling?
out. Much love to the Rec Mob.
Salute to the Rec Mob. Talk to me.
So I wanted to just share a little bit. I do believe that Papoose is a Pisces. Isn't that correct?
I believe he is. His birthday is March 5th. Yeah, so that would make him a Pisces.
Right. So I'm also a Pisces. I'm March 4th.
Oh wow, yeah,
And
wow.
yes. So one of the things I want to share about a Pisces is Pisces are very deep when it comes to their love and devotion.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes, people will look at it and say, that they're a fool or they're weak, but they really do embrace and embody unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at it, even though just because he's a man, and I think that's one of the problems. The way we look at things when it comes to relationships and love and commitment, I don't see that in any way a sign of weakness to him. I see it as a sign of weakness on her part for not appreciating him trying his best to work it out. And on top of that, he explained that he wanted to be a father in the home with his daughter, protecting his daughter. And oftentimes people think, because we're also very forgiving, and what happens with Pisces is we'll love, we'll put up with, we'll endure, and then when it comes to an end and when we're done, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
And see now, and this is what happens too. A Pisces, man or woman, they're gonna spoil you, they're gonna love you. We are nurturers. So she took for granted that he would always be there because everything in his actions lined up with he was going to always be there. He truly was committed.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do it, oftentimes you don't even have a warning. We just pull the rug from up under you.
Mm-hmm.
And he put up with so much, and she just assumed that, he wasn't going anywhere. He was always going to be there. She thought she had the upper hand. She thought she had the control. And then to add insult to injury, not only did he leave and pull away all of the things that you said you wanted, but now he has someone and you are feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that it boils down to, because I think she knows that he's not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's eating her up. Because, all of that tough talk and all of that persona and fronting and even like you're digging in and doing all of these ugly things, putting this man's business online, and he's still pretty much being a stand-up stellar individual through all of this. He's endured, he's tried not to say anything, and when he did drop it on her, like, when he said the part about you can't keep your legs closed, it was like, wow. You know what I mean? You can't hide no more, you can't front, and just be a woman about it and say you messed up.
Yeah,
it's okay. That's it. We mess up sometimes. Unfortunately, yours happened publicly, but you made it even more public because he wouldn't have never put her out there like that. But she kept pushing. So now you got what you asked for. So you're going to have to hold that. You're going to have to hold that L, baby girl.
And I want to
regardless of
salute you and other females that called up with incredible commentary and just holding women accountable for the actions and not just saying, "Oh, I'm riding for women regardless," because some women they own it.
Oh my God.
I be hating that because right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? Whether it's man or woman, that's what we on.
But you know what I wanted to also say to you, and I'm glad you reminded me, because I've been listening. I haven't had the chance to call in, but I've been listening. And one of the things I want to say to you, MReck, and I know I speak for a lot of women, I don't know any woman, whether it be friend or, just people in general, I have not heard one woman take for this behavior. And I know I speak for other women when I say I am tired of hearing that narrative that, women are always going to be on women's side. No, we're not. Because we have brothers, we have uncles, we have fathers, we have watched, and we know firsthand what some women are capable of, and we're not cool with it at all. And I don't like I don't want to participate in this man against woman thing, because ultimately
gender wars.
This right here is spiritual warfare, and it's spiritual warfare against us as a people, and they want us not trusting each other and constantly going against each other. And this like no other is not the time for that. We cannot indulge in this type of behavior. We need each other. We have to work this out. We have to be together. And it's like all they want to show. And that's the part that I hate about all of this, is that, it's online, it's ugly like this, because they love it. You know what I'm saying? It works for the agenda, and that part I don't like. And everybody says, and I believe wholeheartedly they love their children, right? But this is all the more reason why we have to grow in our maturity, because your character and how you handle situations like this, it's easy to be good when things are going well. But this is the true test of your character when all hell breaks loose. And, it's not cool. I don't like, I would rather, even though Clarissa didn't say anything that, like spiteful toward Remy, I can't stand Eazy the block captain's behavior. I think he is the lowest of the low, just straight scumbag. And and you know what? Remy's in for a rude awakening, because this man has tricked her out of her position, tricked her out of a beautiful thing, and he has no intention of loving her and truly. And she keeps on calling Clarissa, his come up. But what you think you are to Eazy the block captain? Because nothing about his behavior is righteous. This man is not trying to help you. This man has embarrassed you, humiliated you, lowered your reputation. He has not added to. But, and then he's in the background. That shouldn't be happening, because at the end of the day, not only are they married, there's a child involved.
As a fact.
You're already in the wrong. You don't need to be making no comments and getting online. That's selfish. Making videos and, speaking as if you are in some good place that you talk down to this man and calling him weird. That's his wife.
Crazy.
And when you speak about him, you're speaking about his wife, because that's who she chose to be her life partner. So when you call him weird, you're calling her weird because she chose him. Either way, you're out of pocket. It's none of your business.
You know what, Queen? She the one that's called him weird. So that people are going off what she's saying. She said weirdo, weird to the dough, and all this other stuff. So and the reason why I'm saying, if you look online, if you look at the comments, you have women that's agreeing with her behavior, how she handled the situation. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying. I'm not saying women like yourself who had fathers and brothers, so you understand. But it's a lot of women online. Oh, it's a mess out there.
But I've also seen a lot of women calling her to the carpet.
Oh yeah, on this
straight
show,
up.
on this show, yeah. But I'm so if you look at those other
Not even just on,
okay.
not even just on this show. I have seen women putting up videos taking her to task.
Nice.
Yes.
Salute.
We're not playing out here because this right here is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens is it literally feeds into the stereotype, you know, because you have a lot of men out here in the manosphere talking about why they have no desire to be married to a melanated woman, especially those born in the Americas. You know what I'm saying? Like, her behavior does not speak for all of us.
Correct.
And at the end of the day, we're still the mother of civilization.
That's a fact.
We still our first teacher, and you came from us. Mm-hmm. So yes, some of us need help. Some of us need to get ourselves together, but do not put all of us in one basket. Because at the end of the day, you all have been through it, but we were right there beside you going through it, and we've all endured. We all have scars, and we all need to heal.
Correct, Queen. Powerful assessment as always. Thank you for, always bringing the truth. And yeah, songs by Alicia, y'all. I done messed up on a word. I spelled line wrong. Going so fast. So salute to all my truckers.
Shout out. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
much love.
Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for tapping in. Peace, Queen.
Peace.
That song's by Alicia on the line, y'all. We're gonna end the show. I gotta get off this. All right, so we're gonna end the show on that note. Salute to the Wreck Mob. I'll tap back in with y'all later. I gotta give me something to eat. Damn, it's 3 o'clock. I'm in live like 12 something, like 12 before 12:30. Damn, time be flying. Appreciate y'all. We got some new shows coming. Right now the names is in the air, but we're gonna run with it. Couples Remorse. So if you and your significant other having issues, whether you married or you in a relationship, email MRecktv submissions with the S at the end. MRecktv submissions at gmail.com. And we also got the single ready to mingle. Okay. If you need help with the dating aspect or you want to just talk about the single life and all that, yeah, let's get it. And download the Spooky Hours app in the Apple Store, Google Play Store. All right, that's my TV series on the supernatural aspect. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Appreciate y'all. Salute to SJ. And yeah, I didn't even know, we was live that long. But I appreciate y'all. Salute to D.E. Said good show. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. I do it for y'all. Do it for the Wreck Mob. Do it for the people. And hopefully everything work out for Remy and Pap, even if they, decide to just be co-parents or whatever it is, they divorce and everything else. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Appreciate y'all. Double deuces and bubble gooses. Leave those comments in the regular comment section right now, y'all. In the general comment section, not just the live chat. I need those comments right now. How you felt about the live, how you feel about the situation, how you feel about what Mase and Cam said. All right? I'm gone, y'all. Peace. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Gone.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Case in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MReck TV.